Wrong hat. I got too many hats. What's going on, y'all? How's everybody doing today? Oh, hello, hello, hello. Welcome in. Welcome in. I know, y'all. Just completely unacceptable. I'm 5 minutes late today. Just absolutely horrible. I honestly, I should be taken out to the center of town and drawn and quartered. I'm sorry. Yes, I was 5 minutes late. And I already muted that. I don't know why that's not working, but I set it for 7 o'clock because that gives me enough time to get home from work and to do, eat, try to be a human being, you know? But sometimes, eating takes longer. I'm sorry. I'll try to eat less if that would help you guys out. That'd be better for you guys. Exactly. Who told me I could have food, right? Who told me I could have food? Who told me I could have food? This is completely unacceptable. Completely unacceptable. So yeah, that's where I was at. Well, I had to eat, then I had to floss. Okay, because unless y'all just wanted to see me up here with a bunch of food in my teeth, which yeah. Do I do homework before the live? Yes, Alex, I do homework before the live. Usually while I'm eating. I wake up in the morning, I do homework before I go to work. Then I come home from work, I eat, and then I try to catch up. On whatever I can in between that. Then I come say hi to y'all. You know what? Thank you, Jen. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Jen. That's very sweet, Jen. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Oh my goodness. Well, I hope everybody's having a good day today. I do. Patrick, thank you for asking. Oh, wrong one. No, everything is still being worked. It is not to completion yet. It is still in transition. All right. I am hoping we have something more concrete with the kids at the beginning of next week. So Unfortunately, we're not there yet, but we are on our way there. So we're moving quickly, but not as quickly as maybe we would have liked. But I think also the right speed. Does that make sense? We're moving not as quickly as we would have liked, but also the right speed. If that makes sense. So we're moving forward. We're pushing forward, y'all. We're pushing forward. I get updates every day. And as soon as there's something big, I will let y'all know. But all right, y'all. As we're moving forward on this live and getting everything going and moving and going on, y'all make sure you guys are chatting in the live, hitting the like button, subscribing, doing all the fun stuff as we get this thing going. All of your guys' participation in the live helps the live be a better live. That's how that works. Y'all's participation in the live helps everything just move forward quicker. So thank you guys for being a part of the live today. I really appreciate y'all. Yes, remember when y'all are chatting, when y'all are doing any of the stuff in live, anything from chatting, subbing, members, super chats, gifting, whatever that stuff. All that stuff just goes into the little algorithm, and the algorithm then says, "Hey, people like this guy." That's how the algorithm works. I'm not gonna lie, I don't actually know how algorithms work. I know I come here and talk on this microphone, and sometimes the algorithm likes me. That's pretty cool, huh? I don't know. Everything I tell you, I'm just guessing. every single thing, I'm just guessing, really, on how the algorithm works. Other creators will come up to me and they'll be like, "Hi, how do you have like watch hours or like this?" I'm like, "I don't know, dude. I just get on the screen. There's some magic formula somewhere that there's some magic formula someplace in some computer someplace that somehow likes me and pushes me out to people. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Just trying my best. Just trying my best out here. All right, y'all, if you're new to the live, first of all, make sure you guys are following, making sure you're turning on those notifications so you know when I post new content or when I go live. That's very, very important. If you support Trump and you'd like to have a conversation with me about why you support Trump, there's a couple of ways you can do it. You can do it through a multi-guest request. You can do it through calling the number that's above my head or to the side of my head, depending on, which stream you're on right now. And yeah, that's how you do it. And then I answer the phone and then I talk to you. I use this thing and then I put these on. Pretty cool. It's like a whole thing. It's like science and stuff, dude. Tim Cook would be proud. He'd probably give me a little gold trophy and tell me how much he loves me, so there's no tariffs and stuff. Something like that, I'm assuming. Hello, how are you? All right, goodbye. Y'all like my shirt? I don't know if you guys can read the words or not. It says the body is still warm. Ari bought me the shirt. Ari bought me this shirt. I love it. It's so cute. Where did I get this shirt? I think I got it at I think it was at Hot Topic. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we got this one at Hot Topic. Patrick asks, "Is this a Labubu?" Yes, maybe. Also, no. I don't know what a Labubu is. I read policy and news articles. I can't keep up. It yes, maybe, no is not. I don't know. Hello, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Doing great. How old are you?
38.
I'm sorry, how old?
38.
I'm sorry, can you enunciate?
38.
38. Awesome. Do you support Trump?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Why is that?
He's the most honest president we ever had.
Oh, okay. So really, why do you like Trump?
He's rich, has connections.
You like him because he's rich?
Well, rich people look out for the people in this country.
Rich people look out for rich people in this country.
Now they trickles down.
Trickle down economics. Can you please describe to me how trickle down economics works?
Well, I don't technically know what it means, but I know that the lower people get everything that higher people work for. It'll trickle down and support everybody.
Yeah, that's not how that works at all.
And the other side only care about the gays, about the blacks, the Mexicans.
The blacks, the gays, and the blacks. Wow.
And they hide the rest of the money.
If they're gay and black, does that like cancel out and they go back to Republican?
Not necessarily.
Oh, okay. I was just curious. That's it. All right. Well, I guess we ran out of steam on that a lot quicker than I thought we were going to. I was just wondering if, I mean, honestly, like, let's be truthful here. Like, that is probably how a lot of Trump supporters think. So that's not really surprising to me. Right, Shannon? Right? Hello, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm great. How old are you?
26. About to be
Awesome.
27.
Do you support Trump?
Within reason, yeah.
What do you mean within reason?
So, not saying everything he does is right. I'm just saying, I was calling in to get your personal opinion. Is he better? I just want to know. I'm not trying to cause an issue or anything. I'm not trying to argue.
Just ask the question, dude. Jesus Christ, I don't need you to qualify it.
Okay. Is he better than not Kamala, but the one before Biden?
No.
Explain. I'm curious.
Biden didn't turn the U.S. military against its own people. Biden didn't, try to have the entire FBI go and redact freaking, his name in a bunch of files. Joe Biden didn't send people off to war-torn famine countries. He didn't send people to torture prisons. He didn't, try to deport U.S. citizens or, kids with cancer. Donald Trump didn't try to, raise taxes on the American people, like, in a huge significant amount.
The military concept. Are you referring to the LA situation?
No, I'm currently referring to the DC situation.
Okay, DC, that one I can admit that I don't really understand exactly why the military's in there. The police should be able to do their job. Now, the LA situation...
Hold on. So, in DC, the police should be able to do their job. But in LA, police should not be allowed to do their job?
No. That's not what I'm saying. LA, the police didn't have the manpower to combat against that. Not only that, but the California police don't really want to try to fight the protest, if you haven't noticed.
Well, again, because protesting is legal in this country. Okay.
Right.
It's a protected right. Sir, I'm still speaking. It's a protected right under the First Amendment. So the police should not be trying to stop you from protesting because that's anti-constitutional. And to say that freaking the LAPD doesn't have enough people, like, are you even familiar with like the LA riots or LA in general?
Well,
saying that the LAPD doesn't know how to freaking deal with protesters is like, if there's any police force on this planet that knows how to deal with protesters, it's the LAPD.
Bull, because you see time and time again, how many times has their city been destroyed by their own people trying to protest it?
0.
Really?
Yes. Can you please tell me when LA was destroyed? And let me be
I'm
very
sorry.
clear, when you say LA was destroyed, you are going to have to
When you
explain to me
destroying flammable
how it's not
objects,
here anymore, because last time I checked, LA is still here and doing just fine.
after people have already tried burning cop cars, people have set people's cars on fire, but that's a peaceful protest, right?
Well, if that's the case, then we should also send the National Guard to Philadelphia, because they did that exact same thing after the Super Bowl. So therefore, do we need to send in the military because there was a Super Bowl party and freaking Eagles fans are crazy and they burned cop cars and set things on fire?
Yeah.
Awesome. So anytime a car is set on fire, we should bring in the National Guard. So therefore, we're going to need a lot more National Guardsmen. And honestly, I'm very, very curious on what we're going to do with, all these police officers who are trained to deal with that exact same situation. I guess we should just fire all of them, right? Because they've been trained on how to deal with protests and how to deal with fires and how to deal with, things being, vandalized and all sorts of stuff, how to, stop things from being looted. They get trained on all of those things. So I guess we should just fire all those cops and hire a bunch more National Guard people, since the cops that are obviously trained on doing this shouldn't be allowed to do it.
So yeah, I'd actually 100% say that's probably the best idea you've brought up all night.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, sir. If you are for getting rid of the people who are trained in law enforcement, trained in protest, trained in riots, trained in vandalism, trained in stopping people who are like setting things on fire, if you're advocating for getting rid of them to then put in people who are not trained on any of that,
Really?
okay? Very much, really. Actually, Donald Trump was specifically pulling people that were in charge of things like drug interdiction in California, people that were in charge of making sure that freaking wildfires didn't spread, because, like California had a whole bunch of wildfires. He pulled a bunch of National Guardsmen that were actually literally dealing with wildfires. Do you think that just because somebody wears a National Guard uniform, they're somehow trained on riots?
100% yes.
Oh, okay. Then not only do you not know anything about the police, then you know nothing about the National Guard, because the National Guard has all sorts of array of different types of jobs. Okay, and yes, while there are some people that are trained in specific situations. No, I'm not holding on. I'm in the middle of a sentence. You hold on. Yeah. See, I'm speaking right now. You speak when I'm finished. Good job. All right, cool. So while there are certain National Guard people that are...
I'm going to finish what I'm saying, and I'll pop it off it here.
All right. So since no one can hear you, I'm going to go ahead and finish my sentence. So National Guardsmen are trained on all sorts of things, and not every National Guardsman is trained to do these specific things, and none of them have the ability to actually have law enforcement ability, because they don't have the ability to arrest anyone or to do any of the law enforcement abilities. They can't hold you for a crime. They can't do any of those things because they're not a law enforcement agency. So if you want people to be stopped when they're doing criminal activities, which I do, I would very much advocate for the people that are actually doing the stopping to be able to have some type of law enforcement capability.
The stream can't hear me, right? I'm not going to be disrespectful, but the stream can't hear me, right? Because I'm going to ask you a genuine question.
No, you were already being disrespectful. That's why you got muted. But no, they can hear you.
Okay, well, whatever YouTube guidelines you want to violate on this.
What? I said they could hear you. All right. Well, hey, dude, if you guys just want to freaking deal with people that are not trained in law enforcement in order to do law enforcement stuff, you think that's better, then hey. I heard there's a lot of authoritarian dictatorships that love sending their military against their people. Maybe you should go to one of those. Angie, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Said, I work in DC. It's been a real shit show here. Thanks, Trump. Yeah, I'm sure it is, Angie. And thank you so much for the $5 super chat. I really appreciate that. Hello, how are you?
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Can you hear me pretty good?
I can hear you just fine. How old are you?
All right. So we want to
How
talk
old are
about
you?
why I voted for Trump.
No, I want you to answer the question. And turn off whatever's echoing.
All right. Hold on 1 minute. Is that any better?
Check, check. Not really.
Well, now you might have to go to another call.
Okay. All right, we're going to keep moving on to the next person. No, the only reason I don't know why that last guy laughed. He just freaking ran off, I guess. But really, truly, I don't know why people are so into this whole man, I can't wait for the military to freaking turn myself into a police state. It's strange. Hello, how are you?
Doing well.
Awesome. How old are you?
I am 25.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
Yes, I do.
Awesome. Why is that?
I just think he's a really likable guy, and I think he's done great things in his life. I think that he's raised some really magnificent, very successful children. I just think he's been a real strong, powerful, just leader.
Dude, glaze him a little harder, why don't you?
I do. I think he's been a pretty good businessman. I think he's been successful in his life. I think he's an amazing leader. I really
Yeah,
do.
awesome. So you think he's an amazing person. So you're saying therefore his father must have been an amazing person because he raised him, right?
I don't think I said that.
No, well, if
I
you're
just,
saying that because
I-
Donald Trump raised kids, good kids, then Donald Trump must be awesome. Then you must be saying that Donald Trump's parents were good parents since they raised him, right?
I think that's an assumption. I mean,
That's
didn't
why
say
I'm
that at
asking
all.
you the question.
No, I think he's genuinely raised great children. I think he's a good father. I think that he's really, really raised them to be successful, to follow in his footsteps.
Yeah, awesome. That's not what I asked you.
Well, the question that I called into is, why do you support Trump? That's
Good.
I
Well,
think
you
I
can answer
answered
the
that.
question I just asked you first, and then we can get into whatever you'd like on that.
I don't understand.
Okay, well, let me repeat
I-
it for you. Maybe you can understand. If Donald Trump is a good person because you think he raised kids that you liked, okay, then that means if you like Donald Trump, you must also think his father was a good person, because you're saying that a qualifier for being a good person in your book is that they raise children that you like, and you do like Trump, right?
I think you could say something similar to the fact of, like, a Michael Jordan, who in himself has been a very successful man, but his father was not necessarily the best guy. Same thing with like Michael Jackson, where he was a very successful man, but his father was, everybody knows Michael Jackson's father was not a very good man.
Gotcha. So therefore, you are now automatically going back on the statement that you already had, that somehow Donald Trump was a good person because he raised successful kids. Because now you, through your own argument, are showing that the parents may or may not be good parents, and they may or not raise successful kids. And you having successful or unsuccessful kids has really nothing to do with your parenting.
I think, a tree always grows on pretty good soil. Like that. You're never going to see a tree not grow on bad soil.
Yeah, you see it all the time, actually. Yeah, Jeffrey Dahmer's parents were really nice people.
So Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah,
is
actually, if you look at, you should actually watch the Son of Sam tapes. The family that raised him was actually very, very sweet family. Yeah, they were very nice, and he was a monster.
So So the question that is on your live stream is, why do you support Trump?
Yeah, sir, I know it's there. I put it there. We're talking about parenting now. Can you keep up, or are we not good here?
Well, that's not the question that's on your screen. I don't understand why
Yes,
you're
sir.
changing the subject.
That question was already answered by you. You made a comment about Donald Trump parenting. Now we're talking about that.
Right, but that's why I support him. I don't understand why I'm being attacked for why I support him.
Sir, I'm not attacking you. I'm asking you questions about it. And every time I ask you a question, your entire statement falls apart. That's not on me. I'm not attacking you at all. I'm simply just asking you a question. I'm sorry that you don't like questions on your responses.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Did you think you were going to come up
any
here?
other questions?
I'm sorry. Did you think you were going to come up here and just say like, why you like Donald Trump, and I wasn't going to question you at all?
Well, no, I mean, I get the format, but that's why I support Trump.
You support Trump because apparently he raises good kids.
He's a great leader. He's a very successful man.
Awesome. How is he a great leader?
Do you think he's not a great leader?
I do not.
Like, do you
How is
think
he a
he's not
great leader?
successful man? He's a great leader in leading however many people he's employed. I mean, I can guarantee you he's employed more people than me. He's employed more people than you. I mean, he's feeding families. How is that not?
I mean, you could
how does
make
that
all
not
of
show
those
great
same.
leadership?
You could make all of those statements about slave owners.
That's a weird comparison, but okay.
It's not a comparison, sir. Every single statement that you made could be directly made about slave owners, right? Oh, they employ a whole bunch of people. Oh, they provide food for all of these people, right? Their people are taken care of, like all that stuff.
I think
Donald
you
Trump.
mean it could be interpreted differently.
No, I just mean that, sir, you're not making anything that makes a good leader. You're just saying his dad gave him a whole bunch of money, and so he had a whole bunch of money to start businesses, and those businesses employed people, even though he's been sued over 4,000 times for screwing over contractors, telling people he was going to pay contracts and not paying them. Also, he's bankrupted, was it 6 different businesses, including bankrupting 2 different casinos, which is like almost impossible, right? Because like literally a casino is just a license to pretty much print money, right? So I don't understand how someone being given money makes them a good leader.
Well, he did something with it, right? I mean, he didn't just, burn it all in a casino or something.
No, actually he did worse. Actually, by the time he first took presidency in 2016, if you had adjusted the amount of money that his father gave him for inflation, he actually would have lost money.
Okay.
If he had just buried it, it would have been like if he had just put it in like a low interest savings account, he would have made more money.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he seems like he's doing pretty well to me. I mean, he's the president of the United States. He owns a business.
Sir, I'd be doing really, really great too if somebody gifted me freaking $430 million 50 years ago.
You think so?
Yeah, I think I'd be doing pretty fucking good. Actually, I think someone should do it right now. What's stopping me? I wasn't born to rich parents.
What's stopping you from investing? What's stopping
No, sir. Donald Trump is not investing. Donald Trump was gifted over $400 million from his father. Okay, Donald Trump this isn't some rags to riches story. Okay, this isn't some like, oh, he had some money and he invested and made all of these good business decisions and now he has money. That's not what happened. He got gifted a whole bunch of money. Okay, just got handed money. Okay, and that money he lost money with.
Okay, so I mean, what's stopping any of us from using the things in our life, that we're given to benefit us?
We can, but most of us aren't gifted $400 million.
Right, but like, why is that Donald Trump's fault?
Sir, I didn't say it was Donald Trump's fault. I said it doesn't make him a good leader. Being gifted money does not make you a good leader. Okay, just like I'll put it this way, right? Like I could gift you, like if I gifted you like $100 million right now, it wouldn't make you like good at having this conversation, right? Like no matter how much money you were gifted, you still would not be catching on to what I'm trying to say and would not be like good at having this conversation with me. No matter how much money you had, it still wouldn't make you good at something. Okay, it just means you would have money, right? And in that money, you could do things with that money, right? And you could invest that money and you could put it into businesses. But if you put your money into businesses and you bankrupt those businesses, then that's not being a good businessman. That just means you could buy businesses because you had money.
Right, but there's potential there. There's potential there to do something. And I think that what he's displayed throughout his life is that he did something. He didn't take that money and then not do anything. People know about him. From,
yes, if he had done nothing,
like how long
he would have made more money.
How long ago, I'll admit I'm not educated on when exactly Donald Trump's father, handed him that money. But I mean, how long ago was that? I mean, come on, like how much do people spend how much does a man like him spend a year? $100 million.
Sir, are you listening to what are you even listening to what I'm saying?
I'm just asking.
If Donald Trump had I need you to listen to me, okay? Let's use those ears. Okay? If Donald Trump had taken the amount of money that his father had given him, put it in a low yield savings account, he would have made more money. That is not being a successful businessman. That is failing at business.
So, can I ask you a question? Like a genuine question?
Sure.
So, does Donald Trump have more money right now, or did he have more money when his father gave him money?
Adjusted for inflation, when he took over the presidency, he had less, but he's done a very good job at, monetizing the presidency.
Okay, so
as a businessman, he had less.
So he has more money right now than he did when his father gave him money.
So hold on. So just to be clear, sir. I am saying that when before Donald Trump became president, he had less money. But now that he's in a position of power as the president where he can defraud the American people, now he has more money. So you're saying he's a successful leader because he's found a way to turn the presidency into a money-making scheme?
No, it depends on what your definition of success is. I wouldn't say a good definition of success is based on any type of finance. I think majority of people would base that off of happiness. I know people that have nothing that are happier than people that have a family, several cars, a house. It just depends on what you define success as. He seems to be very happy where he is. I always like looking at pictures of like Obama, like when he was first elected, and then like seeing pictures of him after, and even Donald Trump too, but you don't see like near as much stress on him. I think he seems like he's handled himself very well. Like he's not.
Gotcha.
He doesn't seem.
I want my president stressed. Yeah. That's a great quality for someone. That is a great quality for somebody that owns a beach jet skiing business. Yeah. Oh, he's kind of calm now. Like he has a food truck that sells breakfast burritos, and he seems a lot happier now. I'm all for that. That sounds great. Okay. I want them to be super low stress. The person with the nuclear code should be a little stressed out.
You'd want them to be what, like shaking with their hand over the trigger?
I'm sorry. Did you see Obama shaking with his hand over the trigger?
I didn't see either of them.
Okay, then we're not talking about shaking with your hand over the trigger. You said Obama, by the time he left, looked a little bit more stressed, and he should be, considering he has the ability to end the war in the world at any point in time. That should cause you a little bit of stress. You should be dealing with things like domestically, like the fact that our inflation is rising, the fact that our unemployment rate is rising, that just like our wholesale prices are rising. You should be worried about that. You should be worried about the fact that, the military is being turned against people. Those things should worry people. That should be problems. You should be taking on those problems of the United States people. You shouldn't just be so happy and go lucky because you don't know what the fuck is going on. Okay? That you're just so just blissfully ignorant and stupid.
All right. So like you would prefer somebody to be worried in a seat where they have the ability to, let's say, end the world or just follow.
Sir, we're not talking about worried. No one said worried. Who used the word worried?
Nervous or,
Nope, didn't say nervous either.
Stressed out? I don't understand.
Yes, there should be a certain level of stress. 100% there should be.
I mean, you wouldn't want somebody who's working that job to be comfortable and
you can be comfortable and stressed. Those aren't opposites.
You can be stressed and have a clear mind. Me personally, I've never been stressed and had a comfortable mind. If you've been able to accomplish
I actually work the best when I'm stressed.
That's something, that's something to be proud of. It really is.
There's plenty of people that do. But anyways, this is a worthless conversation, so I'm going to move on to the next person. Cool?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, have a good one. Charles said, this is a fake number I called. No one answered. Mass dislike. Well, you could do that, Charles. Or you could realize that I'm the only person in this fucking room. So therefore, I'm the only person to answer the calls. So if I'm on the phone, there's no one to answer. But thanks for the $5 to whine like a child. I appreciate that. Now I'm going to turn on the phone line for Charles. But thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate y'all. Y'all, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and the follow button. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Maybe he'll learn how phones work soon. Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you, man?
Doing great. How old are you?
38.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
I do.
Awesome. Why is that?
Because he's a great leader in the form that he has sacrificed his business to support his country that he is born in.
His businesses have made more money since he's been president than they were making before. What are you talking about?
No, his business has not made more money, and he's sacrificed more money than he has made in the last 10 years.
Not only have his businesses been more successful, he started new businesses that have been more successful since he's been president.
How is that so? How is that so?
What do you mean, how is that? So you heard of Trump phones? Trump coin? Trump Bibles? You ever heard of any of these? He is
Honestly,
making record
Trump
profits. Donald Trump is making more profit right now, and Trump Organization is making more profit right now than it ever was before he became president.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, unequivocally.
What is the amount of money he has made off a Trump phone currently?
Just off
today?
of Trump phone, fucking probably not much of shit. Okay,
Well,
but
then
off of
how is that-
everything
so how is that a
combined,
thing?
why don't you look up the numbers on Trump Organization, or why don't you look up the numbers of profit based off of his Truth Social numbers since he took over presidency?
So how much he made off Truth Social since he's been president?
Oh, you can look it up, the exact number, like literally billions.
What's the exact number? No.
I
What's the exact number?
Sir, if this is the conversation we're gonna have, where you expect me to know the exact number of money that Truth Social has
you
made,
asked the question.
no,
You asked the
no, I
question.
didn't. What
So
question did
what
I
is
ask you?
supporting your
What?
question?
Hold on. What question did I ask you?
What is the amount of money?
Well, no.
that he's
What
made off
question
Truth
did
Social?
I ask you? That's the question you asked me. What question did I ask you?
How much money has he made off Truth Social?
No, that's
So
the
how
question
much
you
has
asked
he
me
made?
again. You said I asked the question. What question did I ask you?
How much money has he made?
Nope.
how much money has
That's
he
the
made?
question you asked me. Nice try again, bud. You need to keep track of the questions that you're asking me versus what I'm asking you, because you seem to be getting them confused.
You seem to be getting confused with many people.
That's not even a correct English sentence.
How many people have you had on in the last half hour that have asked you a question that you have no data supporting?
0.
Oh yeah?
Mhm.
Okay, cool. So how much money has Trump made on Truth Social since he has
And
been
I answered
a
the
president?
question and said, I didn't memorize the profit margins of Truth Social. Would you like me to look it up for you? I can.
Yeah, look
That's
it up. See
fine.
how much money he's
All
made
right,
on
cool.
Truth Social versus how much he's paid.
Off of how much he's paid to what?
To have Truth Social as a social media.
So then just the first thing, which is just profit.
Yeah, so how much has he made?
Let's see. 2024 revenue of 3.6 million.
Okay, how much did it cost?
And then revenue in 4.1 million in 2023. Second quarter 2025, 5.5% year over increase. But we can go on to all sorts of different things. Sir, I wasn't making a claim about just Truth Social. I don't know why you're trying to pigeonhole the argument to that. I said Trump as a whole. I'm talking about Trump's organization, Trump, all of it.
Mhm.
He has made more money. Your
Mhm.
claim is that he didn't.
How much money has he lost in the first term as being a president versus
Sir,
what he
do
made
you have
being
that
first
number?
president? No, there is
Okay,
no
then I'm
number
not going to
because that
sit
is not a-
here
that
and
is
freaking
not a
Google every
documented
single
number.
thing for you, okay?
So why is it a pigeonhole?
What?
You just said it's a pigeonhole. So why is it a pigeonhole?
Because you're asking me about Truth Social when I'm talking about the entire number.
That is what I just said. How much has he made from first term to where he is now?
Sir, I
versus
don't know how to,
much he
sir.
has
Okay, can you listen to me this time? Okay, I need you to listen. Okay, I'm gonna need you to use both your ears and whatever is in between them, whatever's left. Okay, I don't know the exact number, so
Well, then why?
sir, shh. So I cannot answer the exact number for you. Okay? If you would like to look up that number, then I'm more than happy to put it up on the screen so you can prove me wrong. Okay? No issue whatsoever. Okay? But I do not have every single number memorized. All right? I don't know how to answer it any better than that. If you can't get that through your head, then I don't know why we're having a conversation.
No, I get it, but then why ask the question?
I didn't ask you a fucking question. You asked me the question.
So then why are you asking multiple people the same questions?
Okay, cool. Hey,
If
sir,
you
do you
do
have,
not have the
sir,
answer
sir,
for it.
I hope you have a wonderful day, but this is literally like talking to a dumb wall. Okay?
How
All right, cool. I'm not going to sit here and do this with you. Holy shit. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. I have talked to more intelligent fucking rocks. Holy shit. Anyways, hello, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing, well, you know what? I'm doing a little bit worse after having to talk to whatever the hell I just talked to.
No, I listened, and I can tell you, you're pretty bad too.
I'm pretty bad. Pretty bad at what?
Yeah, you don't know your info for shit. His
All right,
dad
awesome.
never
Do you
gave
know the
him-
exact number amount of money that Donald Trump has made as president?
What does it matter? Why is it affecting you?
It's not.
So then why are you worried about it?
I
If he
wasn't.
made money, he did. If he didn't, he didn't.
I
So what does it
wasn't.
matter to
That
you?
guy brought it up, not me.
No, I'm just saying, like this whole thing. I mean,
So hold on, sir,
why-
sir,
all right, so
sir,
let-
sir,
let's-
sir,
let's
sir,
reverse
sir,
it.
sir. No, let's just
Why do
stop
you
for a
hate
second.
Trump?
Let's pause real quick. Okay.
all right, Fruit Loop, come on.
That guy brought up the amount of money, not me. I didn't bring it up.
Okay.
And then
All
that
right, so why
guy,
do you hate Trump?
sir, are you? How old you say you were again?
I never told you my age. and
All right,
never
awesome.
even
How
asked.
old are you?
38.
Awesome. Are you gonna act like it during this conversation? At any point?
God, I can't wait to come up to Colorado.
Yeah, I can't wait for you to come up there either. But regardless of any of that, sir, he brought up the amount of money and then he got mad. And apparently you're mad that I don't know the amount of money for a number that he brought up, which seems
It's not
very,
even
very
about the money.
strange.
You
Okay.
don't know any of your facts.
Okay, sir. Sure.
Everything
Sweet
you
sir.
say is freaking
So
wrong.
what fact would you like to know?
Now, I want to know why you hate Trump so much.
I don't.
You don't hate Trump.
No.
Okay, so then what's this whole channel about?
Can you read what's above my head?
Yeah, no, I read it, but I'm just saying, like, it seems. Do you support him?
No.
Okay. So are you on the blue side?
No.
So you're in the middle.
Nope.
All right. Well, let me ask you this then. What has Trump not done that the other party hasn't done?
Lowered inflation.
Okay.
Lowered gas prices.
But well, see, that's
Stopped
the
any of the
thing.
wars that he said he was going to stop.
He is working on it.
Things
he's doing more than Biden ever did.
Oh, really?
All right, way more.
Do we
because
have?
you
I'm sorry.
had a
I'm sorry. Do we
presidency
have?
that was too chicken shit to do?
Do we have
something.
more
And
U.S.
now
troops?
you got somebody in here that really can.
Yeah, awesome. Do we have
And the
more
fact
U.S.
that everybody
troops?
wants to whine about it.
Mhm.
It's kind of funny.
You let me know when you're done whining so I can ask my question.
Oh, I'm definitely not whining.
Okay, whatever you say,
Trust me,
sweetheart.
I
So do
definitely
we have
whining.
more U.S.
You
troops
think you're all
deployed
big and
now?
bad behind that chair. Trust me, I'll whip your ass, motherfucker.
Oh, I'm such a big guy, bad guy on the internet. And literally no one cares.
Yeah.
Stop acting like a
No, you
child,
ain't no
okay?
big guy.
Like literally, you're 38 years old and you've made it through life acting like a complete fucking kindergartner. That's sad.
A kindergartner.
Yeah, you're right.
How-
that
how
might
do
be
you-
a little
how would you
high.
know how a kindergartner
That
acts?
might be a little high. Oh, because I've
So
had
how do you,
children.
What, do you hang out with little kids
Okay.
all the time? Is that why you know?
No, because I've had
So how would
children.
you know how like little kindergartens act?
Because I've had
Humor me on
children.
that. Hey, come on, you brought it up. Back it up. How the fuck would you know?
I've answered you 4 times now.
Okay. Well, I will tell you this.
I don't
You've
want you to
done
tell
more-
me anything. Okay. Awesome. So now I'm going to go back to asking my question like I was doing that before. Okay.
Yeah, it
So
seems like
were there
that's all you
more
keep
people
doing on your
deployed
channel.
downrange for the military under the Trump First administration or under the Biden administration?
Well, I didn't hear you. You kind of broke up on it, would you?
All right. I'll try it again. Were there
Go ahead,
more
fire away.
people deployed downrange for the military under Trump's first administration or under Biden's administration?
Under Trump.
So if he's stopping wars, then why did he have more people deployed?
Are you talking about in the cities?
No, I'm
To
talking
stop the
about in
rioting?
foreign countries.
Well, he didn't deploy anybody.
Yes, he did.
All right. Where did he deploy at?
Yemen, Afghanistan, Syria, Saudi,
We were
Qatar.
in Afghanistan way before Trump.
I didn't say whether we were.
You just said Afghanistan. We've been in Afghanistan way before Trump was in office.
Good job. Is
So
that what I asked you?
So then what is it now, though?
Did I ask you that question? Are you able to keep up with any part of this conversation?
Apparently you can't either.
Sir, I was the one that asked the question that you can't keep
You're
up
sitting there talking about National Guard being deployed somewhere.
Oh my goodness!
Saying
I'm not
that they
talking
shouldn't
about
be
the
going
national.
to any
All right,
place.
sir. All right, sir.
You were
sir,
earlier. You
sir,
were talking
sir,
about they shouldn't
sir,
be in
Be
police
quiet.
areas.
Be quiet.
No, you straight up said that earlier about the National Guard.
All right, sir. Well, I took my headphones off because I'm tired of hearing you talk, and I've muted you so nobody in the chat can hear you. Okay? Because I'm tired of having petulant arguments with children. Okay? I worked all day. Okay? I worked all day long. Okay? I came home, I had a nice dinner. Okay? And I'm trying to have some conversations about politics with people that want to actually have conversations. Okay? I am not here to debate you, and I'm sure as I'll not here to listen to your petulant whining. Okay? So either A, you want to have a conversation with me, or B, you can fuck off. Either way means absolutely nothing to me. Okay? Like you being here or not being here means less than nothing to me. Okay? So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to put these headphones back on, and I'm going to attempt one more time to have a conversation with you. All right? And if you can't manage to figure that out, then I'm going to hang up the phone and bring on an adult. Okay? I hope that sounds good to you because, again, I can't hear you and no one else can either. All right? Cool. There we go. All right. Now I am back and I can hear you again. Perfect. All right. So, no, I could not, sir. I literally took my headphones off. Okay? So, anyways.
Ignorant motherfucker, I swear.
All right. Well, cool. So, anyways, what exactly is Donald Trump doing to end the war in Ukraine or create peace or do any of those things? Where are all these leadership skills coming from?
Why is everybody so worried about Ukraine?
Because Donald Trump said he was going to end the war in Ukraine.
Listen, he tried to make an agreement with both of them.
Yeah, so did Biden.
Right? The one in Ukraine was the ignorant one because he wanted more money, and Trump is saying, listen, we're not giving you shit. We're done. You got what you wanted because Biden wanted to be a little shit.
Donald Trump is currently giving him stuff.
Biden gave him a shitload of money.
Donald Trump is currently giving him a shit ton of money.
How is he giving them money? He already told him he wasn't doing anymore, and that's why that first.
Nope. Not only is he giving them money, he's giving them weaponry, and they're giving money to the European Union in order to give to them also. Yeah, and he signed an entire minerals deal, literally just to make sure that we continue to give them money.
It's a roundabout thing because it seems like Trump's wanting to help Russia, and now if you're saying that we're giving money to Ukraine again, which I fucking don't know why, but
because it's good for our national security.
Like it's just a big looped ring.
No, because it's good for our national security, and for some reason, Donald Trump just can't decide one day or the next day.
Ukraine's good for us. What would Ukraine possibly do for us?
Yeah, there's lots of things.
Like what?
Well, first of all, let's be very clear.
For us,
yeah, so it's
that
not
we can't already do.
Awesome. So first of all, it's not always a matter of what can Ukraine specifically do for us. Okay, it's what we're getting out of the situation. Okay, so like, yeah, perfect. So one, we get the reliance of our allies, right? So we signed multiple agreements with Ukraine to ensure that we would protect them if they were invaded, right? And by sticking up to our alliances, it makes the rest of our allies more confident that we'll do that with them if that situation arises. So that's one huge thing that we get out of that. Two.
So then what are we trying to do?
Sir, that was just one of multiples. You're going to have to hold on.
No, I get what you're saying.
No, but there's
what's
so
the whole
many
point
more.
about with Russia then?
What's the whole point
about
what are we
doing with Russia? Are we trying to do the same thing that we're doing with Ukraine?
No, because we don't have an agreement to protect Russia. And also, Russia doesn't need to be protected. They were the ones who invaded.
Well, I know who the ones who were invaded. Yeah, I know Russia went in there and should have wiped the rest of them out. But.
So we signed an alliance with Ukraine saying if they were ever attacked, we would help Ukraine. Russia also signed an agreement with Ukraine saying that if or Ukraine was attacked, that they would help defend Ukraine. Okay, so if we sign an alliance with another country and say, hey, we're going to help you if you're invaded, and then they're invaded, can you possibly see why it's a good idea that we actually stick up to our end of the deal?
I suppose, yeah.
Yeah, because then a bunch of other countries that we have alliances with are going to say, whoa, the United States said if we did this, that they were going to protect us, then we did this, but now we don't know whether they're going to protect us or not because they couldn't hold up to their deal with Ukraine.
Well, then, in the end, who cares?
We do because
I mean,
we need
what is
our
Ukraine gonna
alliances.
do with us?
Because
They're
we
not
need,
gonna try anything
sir.
with
Because
us.
we
There's
need,
there's no country
sir.
out there that's
Because
gonna be stupid to try anybody.
sir, it's not a matter of
With
whether
us.
it's going to be stupid enough to try us. It's a matter of
Then if we
having
don't hold our
alliances.
agreement, then we don't hold our agreement. So what?
Because then
It
we
is what
lose
it
our
is.
agreements with other countries.
So what?
So those
we
countries
care?
help
It's
to
fucking
protect us from
Ukraine.
attack.
We weren't messing with Ukraine until this whole Russia shit started. We didn't give a shit about Ukraine. I don't give a shit
When was
about
the Buda?
Ukraine.
Do you know what the Budapest Memorandum is?
Unfortunately, no. But I'm sure you're going to.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, so that was the agreement that said that we would protect Ukraine if they were ever attacked. Do you know when that was signed?
Fire away.
1991.
Okay.
Right? So we've cared about Ukraine for a nice long time. And we've signed multiple other agreements with Ukraine since then. So this whole idea that we just started caring about Ukraine now that they were attacked is bullshit. We just didn't have to
Okay, so
support
let me
them we didn't have to support them militarily. Okay? Because they weren't being attacked.
All right, so let me ask you this. If Ukraine was being attacked by Russia under the Biden administration, then why in the fuck didn't Biden send anybody out there to go help them? The only thing he did was just send them money and send them tanks and whatever else the shit that he sent. Why didn't we back that agreement?
Well, so the
now because Trump's trying to do something, now it seems like, oh, he's the bad guy, or oh, he's the one that's not holding up the end of the bargain.
Hold on.
Didn't Biden do something?
First of all, the agreement
It started
doesn't
way before Trump even got in office. It was all under
All right,
Biden
sir.
because of his little weak ass fucking shit.
Sir,
And all
sir,
this
I'm trying to
chaos
answer your
started because
question. I'm trying to answer your question.
Okay, but if I'm
Stop.
still talking,
No,
just like
you
like
asked
to
me
do.
2 questions, and then I have to be able to answer those
Okay,
2
well,
questions.
then I suppose
You're
from you
asking
having
me
this
2
channel
questions.
to remember those questions in your
Sir,
head.
you're
to be
asking
able
me
to
those
answer 'em.
questions, and then you're answering the questions. If you're going to ask me those questions, then let me answer them. I don't need you to answer the questions.
Well, then I apologize.
Okay?
Not
You
really,
asked them. Okay? And the reason is multiple things. One is that the agreement does not say that we have to support them by putting U.S. troops on the ground. And to be completely honest with you, it probably would not be a good move for Biden or Trump in either way in order to keep the support of the United States people, in order to send U.S. troops actually into Ukraine. Now, personally, do I think that that's the right answer? Yes. But okay, I totally understand why no president wants to do it, because it's really, really bad as far as like getting elected or having support of the people to start wars with actually our military, right? So that's one thing, right? Second of all, there was ceasefires and peace deals that were being worked by the Biden administration the entire time they were there. Okay, there is no issue with Donald Trump trying to create a peace deal. I actually really hope that he does. Okay,
He probably will.
He might. Honestly,
He does everything right, so I don't see why he wouldn't.
He does not do most things right. But I actually said
Well,
before
at least
Donald
he's
Trump,
reporting what needed to be done before.
sir.
You don't
I
have to
actually
call me
said,
sir. I'm not
well, then
that
I
old.
would just appreciate that you stop talking in the middle of my sentence.
Oh, you do it
Okay.
to everybody else, so
Awesome.
why the fuck can't I?
Cool, sir. Well, I'm glad you're a fan. Okay.
I'm definitely not a fan.
Well,
of it.
apparently you've watched me with everyone
I like
else.
the humor in this,
Okay.
but I'm definitely not a
So,
fan.
sir, what I was saying was, okay, there was tons of ceasefires
Again, if
that were
you can
trying to be
listen, you don't
proposed
have
and
to
all
call me
sorts
sir.
of things across the entire thing, okay? This isn't something new. The difference is that Donald Trump is spending more time simping for Putin, right? He is spending more time trying to be on the Russian side of things, right? Like I'll give you an example. That Ukraine and the Russia and the European leaders have all been very, very adamant, that they want, before a peace deal can be done, that they need a ceasefire, right? We need a ceasefire in place because it's hard to make negotiation while bombs and missiles are still flying, right?
Absolutely.
And Donald Trump came out, and after he talked to the Europeans and Ukrainians, was like, yeah, I'm for a ceasefire. Then he goes and meets with Putin, comes out and says, well, you know what? I don't think we need a ceasefire. Right?
Okay.
So he's so back and forth. He doesn't stand on anything. Every single time that he tries to do this part of this negotiation, he switches back and forth between being pro-Ukraine, pro-Russia, pro-Ukraine, pro-Russia, pro-Ukraine, pro-Russia, to where nobody knows what's going on. And it's literally just becoming whoever flatters him the most. Whoever comes up to him and just rubs his little tummy or rubs his head and tells him he's pretty, right? Then gets his ear for that day, right? And it was so obvious watching him with the European leaders, because that's exactly what happened, right? He literally went up with the European leaders and they were like, oh, President Trump, oh, we never could have had this meeting without you. Oh, you are such the peacemaker. Oh, you are just so awesome. And it's literally just European leaders realizing that all they have to do is flatter Donald Trump to get what they want. And that's how easily manipulated he is. That's how weak of a leader. That's how weak of a man he is. Okay, that he needs to be like congratulated and talked like he's pretty in order to freaking be able to make a peace deal. Why not just want to make a peace deal because it's the right thing to do, not because people flatter you?
Because one, it takes time to do that. It doesn't just happen overnight. And I understand where you're coming from, but wouldn't you want to butter up Russia? Because he's the only guy that's over there that's not scared to push a button. He's a crazy fucking guy. He is scared to push the button. You're going to want to butter him up.
Yeah, he is scared to push the button. You do realize that Putin has threatened.
Yeah, I know. If he does do it, everything's going to go to shit.
He ain't going to do it.
You know, it's going to end bad.
He's not going to do it.
No, you're right. He probably won't do it.
Yeah.
But he is a crazy son of a bitch.
Yeah, but
that's the key thing is.
But you don't meet crazy by being a simp.
And but another thing, you can't make shit happen overnight. Well, so when you're putting things in order, yes, inflation's going to be the way it is. Everything's going to change, but it takes time. It's not okay. We're going to do this, and it's going to switch immediately. We're going to see this. What he's doing now. Maybe in a couple years, things will start going down. It's going to get bad, or it's going to get worse before it becomes good, and that's what it's going to be.
Sir, I didn't make the claim that the war was going to end overnight. To be completely honest with you, I made it before Donald.
Yeah, no, I know.
Hold on, sir. I made the claim before Donald Trump even got elected that whoever was the next president the war would end under them because the war.
You can't even listen and not
because the war is not sustainable for 4 more years. So whoever would have been the president would have ended. But you know who did say that the war would end overnight? Donald Trump said the war was going to end overnight.
Well, yeah, we're all going to hope for that shit. If I was running for presidency, I'd say the same damn thing.
So you'd be a liar also.
It's not technically lying.
Yes, it is.
How is it lying?
Sir, if you're literally saying, I know this thing will not end overnight, but I would tell everyone that it would end overnight. That's called a lie.
Well, maybe he was hoping for it. It's just like maybe you wake up in the morning, hope you're going to.
So he's stupid.
No, I wouldn't say stupid.
Well, if he's hoping for something impossible, then he's stupid.
No, he'll get it done.
In 24 hours, that's what he said. He didn't say he'll get it done eventually.
But I will tell you this.
He said in 24 hours.
I will tell you this. If Biden was still in office, we'd be at a fucking war right now.
Yeah, everyone keeps saying that. Yeah, we were even though Biden was in office.
Been in war if
even though Biden was in office for 4 years and we didn't enter a single war.
Thank God.
Yeah, it's kind of funny to say that we didn't enter a single war under the Biden administration. Yet, if he had continued to be president, then he would have been.
He couldn't even beat the war on the fucking border. You think he's going to be able to handle?
Because that's not a war.
Kidding me? Yeah. No, it is a war when you're fucking allowing illegals to come into this goddamn country, which apparently you're probably okay with.
He wasn't.
Yes, the fuck he was.
Not only was he not, he tried to pass policy multiple different times to stop it. Republicans stopped it every time.
Bullshit. Oh, man.
You should look up HR 2.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, where you get that from? CNN?
Congress.gov.
What, CNN version?
Congress.gov.
I know what the fuck you're saying, but I guarantee you the source is wrong. 4 years, they let that damn fence wide the hell open to let all these stupid, ignorant motherfuckers.
Sir, do you know what Congress.gov is?
Yes, it's a website that tells you everything, that deals with everything.
No, it just tells you the bills that were introduced to Congress. That's all.
Why the fuck would I want to waste my time looking at bills?
Yeah, why would you want to look at the policy that would actually fix the border?
And why can't you admit that they allowed those damn fences open to allow everybody to sneak on over?
Because I read the policy to show that wasn't true.
That we fucking pay for, that your tax money from this goddamn YouTube channel that you're getting from pays for them motherfucking illegals to have all the good shit that you can't have.
Guys,
and you're going to sit there and tell me they didn't allow that fence to be open?
Apparently my super chats from this live pay for illegals. That's pretty fucking impressive.
I said your taxes, buddy. Your taxes.
That's pretty impressive. Well, Donald Trump just gave me a tax reduction on tips. That's pretty impressive. I'm gonna put this. Hey, Thank you so much for the donation going to illegals. Apparently, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And
See,
Andrew, thank you so much
this
too
is
for the
your
$2
problem. You flip
the
people's
$2
words, you Fruit Loops.
donation going to illegals. I really appreciate
So
that.
where do you think your tax money goes to, brother? What do you think it goes to?
Right now?
If you're allowing illegals to come in here, where the fuck do you think that stuff
Well, right
goes
now
to?
my tax dollar is going to the U.S. military, National Guard being put against the American citizens. So
Yeah, okay, doubt that.
yeah, well, somebody
Might
has to
have
pay
some
those
sort
salaries
in
for
it.
those National Guardsmen.
Okay, so let me ask you this. All right, since I don't know, I'm gonna need a drink after this.
You hadn't already started?
Should I?
No, it just sounded like you already had. My bad.
Are you implying something over there?
No, I'm just saying it straight up.
No, I mean, it sounds like you're implying something. It's kind of funny when somebody's hiding behind a screen.
No, you sound drunk. Is
I'm a little
that not implying as much to like as I can? That's saying it pretty much as straight up as I possibly could. Yeah.
I'm a little tired, but I mean,
Okay.
you know, could get out and work. I don't just sit behind a computer. So.
Yeah, I worked all day too, sweetheart.
Oh, thank you for calling me sweetheart. That means so much to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But
Chris wants to deport an illegal.
who?
Sorry.
Who wants to deport illegal?
Chris. Don't worry about it. Chris just wants to do it.
Good. He's a smart guy.
Yeah, he is. Chris is a super smart guy.
So you mean to tell me that he signed a bill, but yet all these illegals were allowed to come over?
Sir, he didn't sign the bill. The bill has to be approved by Congress, and the Republicans in Congress stopped it.
Insane.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's because he wanted to get extra funds on his side that wasn't going to pass.
No, actually, the bill
multiple shit in it.
Actually, the bill was standalone. The Republicans asked for it to be attached to Ukraine and Israel funding. So they re-separated the bills, and then all three bills went in individually. And then the Republicans signed the bill to fund Ukraine. They signed the bill to fund Israel. They did not sign the bill in order to freaking, secure the border more.
All right. Well, then, if you're the president, wouldn't your job be to, okay, now we've got a shitload of people crossing the border. We need to really amp it up and send people out there to stop it.
Yeah,
But
sir,
no,
that's what
for
those
4
bills
fucking
did.
years, they just let them walk right in the fucking door.
Not true, sir.
How is it not true?
Because people didn't just
okay, so,
walk
all right,
in the
so
border, sir.
explain
Now
this to me
there were an amount
So
of people.
how do we have so many million illegals over here and it never happened?
How many
How do you tell me that doesn't
illegal
happen, but
people?
we have millions.
How many illegal people are in the country?
A lot.
How many?
A fucking lot.
How many?
Shit, if I had to throw a number, maybe, let's see, they just deported what, 1.4, 1.3 million, or 1.2, whatever
This
it was.
year?
So, yeah.
No, try 270,000. But go ahead.
It was not 270.
That is out of Trump's
It was
own
1.2
mouth from
fucking
2 days
million
ago.
people,
That is
total.
out of Trump's own mouth 2 days ago.
No, I seen that like a week
That
ago.
was out of Trump's own mouth 2 days ago.
273,000 people.
270 something thousand. I don't remember the exact number. It's
So then why you have the
270,000
news
something.
saying 1.2 million illegal immigrants have been finally deported?
Yeah, that's a
And
fucking
then now
joke.
you're telling me somebody's saying 273.
Yeah,
So who's
that's-
right?
Insane.
I
would
don't
say
know.
any
Do you
kind of
believe
source
Trump?
You look at.
I don't know. Do you believe Trump or do you believe just some other person you're talking about? Because I'm quoting Trump.
I
I'm
wouldn't
quoting
say
out
other
of Trump's
people,
mouth.
I just say the news.
I'm quoting out of
Insane.
Trump's mouth. So do you trust Trump or the news?
To be honest with you, I think no matter what source you look at, somebody's wrong. Or
Okay.
somebody over.
Well, I'm going to say if we're
oversees what
talking
it
about
is. But
Trump's
yeah, I mean,
numbers, I'm going to go with
if
Trump.
Trump said 273, then maybe he got the number wrong. But then would I agree? Okay, yeah, great. 273 fucking thousand people that didn't need to be
All right.
here.
How
are finally
many
gone. Thank
undocumented
God.
immigrants were in this country when Donald Trump took office? How about we start there?
Oh shit, I'd say it was in the millions.
Oh, of course it was in the millions. How many millions?
That's why you see him running from Home Depot when I showed up.
Sir, how many millions?
Insane.
What do you need an exact number? I mean, I just said millions. So, all right, 1 million to 3. Let's go there.
In the U.S. currently?
Right now.
Yeah, try like almost 12, dude.
Insane.
12 million
Yeah.
of illegals.
Of projected undocumented immigrants in this country, almost 12 million, yes.
Okay, well then let it ride. Let's send 12 million back.
Okay, cool. Of those 12, how long did it take those 12 million people to get into this country?
Well, apparently, if you open the gate long enough, not long.
50 years.
And you can't sit there and tell me they didn't open that gate. I'm telling
50
you, they
years.
opened that fucking gate. They let them fucking
Yeah.
walk over.
Yeah, no, they did not open the
50
gate,
years.
sir. Okay, there was about 1.7 million that came in under the Biden administration. 1.7 million that came under the Biden administration projected.
So then why
right?
did they let that happen?
They didn't
Why did
let,
they let
that
that
happen, sir. Okay, they just didn't have the Border Patrol agents or the ability to catch all of the people. Okay, that's
then
not
guess
letting
what?
them
They
happen.
should have hired
Everybody,
more people to get out there.
they tried to hire more people, but in order to hire more federal employees, you need federal money. And the only way to get federal money is for Congress to approve that money. Okay? The president does
But it's
not have
okay
the
for them to
ability,
steal it.
sir, the president does not have the ability to appropriate money. And unfortunately, you do have to hire people that work at the border. Okay? You can't just sign off and say, hey, I want more money. Okay? The president doesn't have the ability to do that. We have checks and balances in this country. All right? So the Biden administration tried.
Well, hell, it's in the negative. They should have just
Insane.
kept running it.
Sir, again,
We're never
sir,
gonna be in the
Congress
positive.
has to approve that negative too.
Okay, well, even if they didn't, you still got military forces. You still got all that you can send people over that are already on the payroll, that are already under government standards, that they can send over there and stop the shit coming.
No,
There's no
they
way
actually
that you
don't
can
have that ability according to the freaking Constitution.
Okay. Either way, they let it happen. People say,
So you're just
No, it
ignoring
didn't.
all the stuff I just said. You're literally just going to
I'm not
ignore.
ignoring
No,
what
you
you said. I'm
are,
just
sir.
saying you're
You
probably
are, sir.
wrong on a lot
You're
of it.
saying they let them. No,
fucking
there
let
was a
them in.
lot of people that showed up. Am I
Insane.
denying that? Absolutely not. Could more executive orders been put in early in order to be able to freaking try to limit a lot of like the asylum seeking and a lot of the border crossings? Absolutely, there could have been. Okay. But when it
Insane.
came to these undocumented immigrants that are entering the country, the actual undocumented immigrants, okay, the only way to stop that is more funding at the border. Period. Okay? It's funding. You need more people, more technology, more freaking equipment. You need freaking things to put at the border to stop people.
so
Okay?
have we put
And
more
the
funding
only-
at the border now?
And the only way to do that is through funding. Okay? And that
So have we
funding
done it
has
now?
to come from Congress. Yeah, okay, it's happened now. Could have happened 2 years ago.
Of course it did. Of course
Yeah,
it did. It's
because the
funny how when Trump
Republicans,
gets in, it
because
works,
the
but
Republicans,
Biden can't.
right, sir, because
That's
the
funny.
Republicans didn't want to pass border policy that would have made Biden look good.
It made Biden look good. So,
Yeah,
so we're
because
all
they
out
know
to
if
make
it had
somebody
passed,
else look good.
if
we
they
made
know-
Obama look good.
Yeah,
and he was still stupid.
Obama had a supermajority.
Yeah, super majority of idiots, but that's fine. So
Sir, what's a supermajority?
it is what it is, man. You're gonna have your stats. I'm gonna.
This
have
isn't my
stats.
stats or your stats, sir. This is you just being
No, I'm not
willfully
saying like the
ignorant.
numbers and all that.
This
I'm
is just
saying, like,
you being
have
willfully
your
ignorant, sir.
beliefs of
When
what you
sir,
like
even
and
when I
what
give you
like.
concessions, sir, even when I give you concessions on points, you are just you just stick your head further in the ground and bury it as hard as you can. Okay?
No, I was actually kind of getting knowledgeable on some of the stuff that I didn't know. I was actually going to compliment and say, okay, cool. You made me open my eyes a little bit more. But since you said I was digging myself deeper, then, well.
I'm just saying, sir, like literally, if I'm admitting the fact that Joe Biden could have done more, okay, but at the same time, he needed this certain amount of policy in order to be able to get stuff done, then just acknowledge that, okay? If things done now, yeah, they better get done now. Donald Trump has the House, the Senate, and the presidency. He has control of everything.
Right.
It would be insane to say something is not going to get done now. Okay?
All right,
Of
so
course
let
it would.
me ask
But
you
the
this.
problem is that it could have gotten done years ago. Okay? A
right,
lot
so
of the
I'm
border
gonna-
problems that Donald Trump fixed were stopped by Republicans and Donald Trump.
All right, so I'll ask a serious question for you, and then I'll let you go so you can
Go ahead.
get on with it. Where do you think we'll be in 2 years? In your mind, like, where do you think, as us, where do you think we'll be?
That really
Do you think
truly
we'll be
depends
better
on
off?
a
Do you
lot
think
of
we
decisions.
might be in a big trouble situation. I mean, what do you think?
That depends on a lot of decisions and how whether Congress and the Supreme Court start standing on morals or if they keep freaking bending over. That's truly.
so-
If
but what do you
everything
think, though?
if they don't and Trump is allowed to do all his policies, we'll be in a recession at least. I guarantee that. At
So you
least.
think we'll get another recession?
at least, if not a depression. If the new head of BLS starts reporting fake numbers and, or not reporting numbers like they're doing right now, if Donald Trump continues to test his ability to turn the military against the American people by deploying the National Guard for law enforcement things when in cities just because he thinks he can, because he likes the control, if we start ending up like that, we're going to end up in a recession at least, a depression at worst, and hopefully not in a militarized freaking martial law fascist state.
Now, do you think we might be in a war or no?
Well, after Donald Trump literally just said, did you watch his interview with Zelensky?
No, I haven't had a chance.
Well, let me just give you a little bit
of
just give me one. I'll give you one little line out of that, okay? And just to fill you in, okay?
Okay, yeah.
Zelensky said that he's not allowed to have an election in his country because according to the Ukrainian constitution, right, they're not allowed to have an election during wartime. Okay, so he pretty much has to stay president until they're out of war, according to, again, the Ukrainian constitution.
That's bullshit.
No, it's the truth. That's according to the Ukrainian constitution. That's the way that it's written.
So it's an actual thing.
Yeah, in their constitution.
So Trump can't get out of office
Sir,
until
we don't fall under the Ukrainian constitution.
Oh, the Ukraine. I'm sorry.
I said the Ukrainian constitution.
Yeah, Mr. Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
I misheard that.
But Donald Trump's response was, oh, so if I just start a war in about 3.5 years, then I guess I don't have to leave also. That is what he said, okay? That is what he said.
Wow.
All right?
Okay. All right.
And if you don't believe me,
a little arrogant
truthfully, go look it up. Dude, I'm not lying.
I'll look it up.
Fact check the
That's
fuck out of me. It might not have
crazy.
been those exact words, but that's what he fucking said. Like, no joke.
That's
in 3.5 years when I
crazy.
leave, if we're in fucking war, then I guess I don't have to do, like, that is what he said. Like, and he literally said, he told Zelensky, you're lucky. He said, you're lucky that you have this war so you don't have to leave.
That's fucking hilarious.
Look it up, dude. I'm just saying.
No, I will. No, I'm baffled. Like, I'm fucking wow. And live, like right on TV, just straight out the gate.
Live TV, bro, right in front of Marjorie Taylor Greene's boyfriend and everybody.
Fuck me sideways. Holy shit.
So you take that however your brain decides to take it. Okay?
Man, I'm glad you said that. That's crazy. And like, I have nothing against you, man. And I'm sorry for earlier, but no, it's been an eye opener, man. I appreciate you talking to me, but that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So that explains why people were sitting there.
It is crazy,
saying,
sir.
Oh, he's trying to be a king.
Yeah.
So he's just trying to feed himself into where he's just stuck in office, and then God only knows what the fuck's going to happen now. So
I mean,
wow, that's insane. Yeah, I tell you what, if I did see that on TV, I'd probably have fucking heart attack.
Well, you know what the sad part is? I saw it on TV and I didn't have a heart attack because it didn't surprise me. That's the sad part. But anyways.
It didn't surprise you.
It didn't.
You're like, oh, well, he's honest.
No, it was just Trump is just doing what I thought he was going to try to do the whole time.
I would have, wow.
But anyways, man, I'm going to move on to the next caller, but I hope you have a good day, all
man,
right?
I appreciate it again. I'm sorry about earlier, man. But
you're good, man.
Thank you. Thank you again.
Have a good one.
I hope you have a good evening. Have fun with it, brother.
You too. Bye. Well, that turned at the end. I'm not going to lie to y'all. That turned at the end. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. That turned at the end. I'm quite surprised. That was strange. Okay. Oh, yeah, that turned a little softer quite at the end. Well, I got a bunch of super chats in here. I kind of want to hit up a few super chats, but I also want to move on to the next caller. I don't want to waste too much time doing that. I'll hit a few of the super chats, then we'll come back and we'll hit some more, okay? How about that? We'll hit a few of them, and then we'll come back. We'll hit a caller, and then we'll hit a few more, okay? Chris said, I spend all my time in MAGA World Discard. Nice to be with fellow like-thinkers. I've missed you all. L callers. Thank you so much, Chris. I really appreciate that. And Spencer said, how dare you ignore me? I don't care. You're on the phone. You must answer me and be at my every beck and call. I'm going to speak the truth according to Trump, says the uneducated MAGA base. Thank you so much, Spencer. I really, really appreciate that. Andrew, thank you so much. I'm assuming the 3.4 billion is the amount he's made since he's been president. I'm pretty sure, according to Rolling Stone. Thank you so much for that. And Chris said, thank you so much for that.
Insane.
And Chris said, also said, chat, we need to stop playing by civilities rules with these people. They don't care about rules. They don't care about you. They never come around. 100%.
Insane.
And I'm also going to just hit this guy so I don't have to come back to you later. KX says he's a troll. Host is only here because he's a troll. Host is here. He's a trash. Cool. All right. We got all those out of the way. And Latifa, thank you so much for the donation. I really, really appreciate that. All right. If I didn't hit your super chat, I'm gonna hit the rest of them in a second. We're gonna move on to the next caller. I want to keep this thing going, keep this thing rolling. I don't want to hold it too much. Y'all, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, hit that follow button. I really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Make sure you turn those notifications on too. Also, if you'd like support, please consider becoming a subscriber, becoming a paid member, or gifting memberships. Or, of course, I also have super chats open. As you've seen, I like to throw them up on the screen and keep this thing going also. So if you guys would like to become part of the team, I really, really appreciate it. Hit that follow, hit that subscribe, become a member, become a subscriber. Really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Hello, how are you?
Good, yourself?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
32.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
I do.
Awesome. Why is that?
Because he's a peacekeeper.
He's a peacekeeper. How is he a peacekeeper?
He's ended, 6 conflicts since he's been into office?
Awesome. How's he done that?
He just brokers deals.
He just brokers deal. Okay, what deals did he broker?
Mm-hmm. The conflicts.
Yeah, which conflicts and how did he broker the deal?
Hello? Hello?
I'm here.
So the war in the Congo?
The war in the
There's one
Congo.
example.
Okay, how did he do that one?
Insane.
Talked to both sides. They came to an agreement.
Okay, and what did he tell them? What did he give them? What did he guarantee them? What happened?
I wasn't in the room when that happened.
Okay, they're still fighting, by the way. What's the other one? What's the next one?
He's going to end this Ukrainian-Russian war.
But he hasn't ended it yet, correct?
He's done more than past presidencies have done.
Awesome. Are they still fighting?
As of today, yes.
Are people still dying?
Yeah, they are.
Awesome. So how has he done more? Because it's still happening, right?
Yeah, but he's the only one that's brought Putin to the table. It's brought Zelensky to the table. They're going to meet 2 weeks.
Well, actually, they said they're going to meet in 2 weeks, but the Kremlin actually hasn't confirmed that they're going to meet at all. The President Biden had already met with Zelensky, and all world leaders had not met with Putin on purpose because meeting with Putin would legitimize Putin's stance, and they weren't willing to legitimize Putin's stance until Putin was willing to agree to a ceasefire. Donald Trump was the only person to fold to that.
So by him inviting Putin over to talk to him is folding to Putin?
Correct, because then not only did he fold to Putin by inviting him over and talk and allowing him to state his point, pretty much talking about how he wanted to, take Russian territory, but he also ceded to Russian points, talking about how they didn't need a ceasefire.
It's insane.
And you believe that a ceasefire would work?
Well, I believe a ceasefire is necessary. I don't know what you mean by work.
So if you're having 2 sides that are fighting and you do a ceasefire,
yeah,
that creates time for them to rebuild and recoup.
It also gives time for negotiations.
When in the history of the world has a ceasefire created more time for positive negotiation?
For positive negotiations, World War II?
Explain. When was the ceasefire done?
Yeah, there was a ceasefire which led to the unconditional surrender. Yeah.
For which one?
For World War II?
Okay, which side of World War II? Was it the Japan?
There was a ceasefire, and
theater?
then Germany had the unconditional surrender. Yeah.
So there was a ceasefire in European. Are you sure about that?
World War One. Actually, pretty much every war has started with a ceasefire. What are you talking about?
I'm asking you, when did the ceasefire in World War II? Because there's not one point in history, World War II did not have a single ceasefire.
At the end of it, it did?
It did not.
Sir. Okay, World War One then. How about that? Is that better?
But you said World War II.
Sir, you said name one. You didn't say name everyone, sir. Why do you think a ceasefire would not help this situation?
I'm not. I want to fact check you right now on this World War
Well,
II
then
thing. that
fact
you
check
said.
me later, but I'm really not in the mood for it, okay? So just let's get to the fucking point, okay? How does a ceasefire not help this situation? Jesus Christ.
It puts the ceasefire with Russia. When and any point in history with Russia has a ceasefire worked?
Never.
So if a ceasefire has never worked and Putin has never followed a ceasefire ever, what in the point is giving
when
him
did
a ceasefire
not having
gonna
a
do?
ceasefire work?
It applies pressure to both sides to make an agreement.
Oh, and that's worked so far.
That is the same strategy they've done in World War II. On August 15th, Japan announced its surrender after the atomic bombs were set off. There was no ceasefire there.
Sir, I literally just put it on the
World War
screen
I
for everyone to
ceasefire.
see. Yes, World War II did have ceasefires, specifically in the form of armistice and unconditional surrenders.
insane.
Yes, there was multiple ceasefires in World War II. I don't know why we're having this argument. Why are we talking about World War II?
You brought it up.
No, you asked me, okay? Right there. There's ceasefires. Several ceasefires actually happened in World War II.
It's insane.
There wasn't a single ceasefire. The war ended through official
Sure,
surrender.
I
which
put it
stopped
up on the
combat
screen
operations.
for everyone to see. Okay? Already done. I already put it up on the screen for everyone to see. There was multiple ceasefires.
That was the Those were not ceasefires.
Gotcha. You're right. Historians are wrong. Can we move on now?
If you click the link, it'll explain it further. But that's the point is muted this time because you're saying there was. I'm saying
It was
there's
moot
not.
a
I'm looking at
long
the
time
source right now
ago.
saying there's
It
not.
was moot a long time ago, which is why I'm trying to move on.
So you apply pressure on both sides, they come to agreement. And then when the previous caller,
Sir, I don't want to
You
talk
said-
about the previous caller. Donald
You
Trump
said you
is
wanted to
okay.
put boots on the
How
ground.
about this? How about this? Let's move past this, okay? Let's move past this. All right. How much more peace is happening in Ukraine now that Donald Trump's president? Let's just answer that question.
they're at the table talking. In 2 weeks when they get together, the Democrats are still going to find a way to bash Trump.
So
when
none.
the war's over, the Democrats are still going to find a way to bash
So
Trump.
none.
No matter what he does, y'all are going to
So
find a
none.
way to bash him.
So none.
So if he ends the war right now, you still going to bash him?
Did he end the war?
When he does, are
Has
you going
he
to bash him?
ended the war?
Not as of yet, but he's
Okay,
made more
awesome. So
progress
what
than any
peace
other
has he
president.
caused?
What
'Cause-
peace has he caused?
Yeah,
There's
you
no peace
said
right now.
there's no peace right now. So you said he's the great peacemaker, but there's no peace. Perfect. That's all I wanted to hear. Thank you.
Peacemaker.
Yeah, you said he's the peacemaker, and you just said that he's created no peace.
He's okay. So peace creator and peacemaker are two different things. So he's making peace right now by bringing him to the table. He hasn't created it yet. So stop saying peace creator. Two
Gotcha.
different things.
Gotcha. He is making things without creating things. Got it. My bad.
Okay.
He is
So
making,
he's making
things
things
without
he's done
creating
more
things. Guys,
than
he is
Biden,
the
because the
peacemaker.
Democrats-
He just hasn't created any peace yet. He is the peacemaker, but just hasn't created any peace yet whatsoever.
Yes, he's making it, but he hasn't created it.
Gotcha. So
Two
he is
different
a
words.
failed peacemaker. He has been attempting this entire time to make peace and has failed at every step of the way. Copy all.
You cannot fail when you bring in two people on the table. Here's a Democratic point of view.
Have two people
The
come to the
flawed point
table
of view
yet?
And the reason why
Have two
you
people
guys
come to the table
continue
yet?
to lose,
Have two people come to the table yet?
they're going to.
Has the Kremlin agreed to come to the table yet?
They said they are.
No, they have not.
Source again. Throw it on the screen.
You want me to source something that hasn't happened?
Fact check me.
Fact check you on what? What do I type in? Hey, is Culler's answer not true?
Just fact check me. Ask if Russia has said to meet with Zelensky.
Oh my God. Did Kremlin agree to meet with Zelensky? Kremlin plays down Zelensky talks. Trump warns Putin may not want to make peace deal.
Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov announced the President Vladimir Putin is open to bilateral peace talks involving Zelensky and Donald
Yeah,
Trump.
cool. Have they agreed to meet with Zelensky yet?
I'm reading they have by the New York Post.
No. Well, first of all, the New York Post is a tabloid. Second of all, even the New York Post said they are open to possible meetings. Did not say that they agreed to the meeting.
So now we're going on words now. Agreed, open.
Yes, we are going on words. And the words that
Kinda
the
like
Kremlin has
creative
not said.
Maker.
Yes, the words that the Kremlin has not said, which is, we're willing to meet.
So then how do you think we can fix it?
Honestly,
What
it's not
can
our job to
Trump
fix
do right
it.
now? You said in the previous call you want to put boots on the ground.
I did not say I
You
want to
said that
put
was
boots on the ground. I said I personally would put boots on the ground if it was me.
That is the most insane thing I've ever heard in my life.
Well, it's a good thing I'm not president then.
I'm glad you're not. That's why Democrats not president. Y'all are
I'm not a
warmongers.
I'm
Y'all
not a
love
Democrat.
that shit. Oh, sorry, a progressive. My bad.
Oh,
But
he's
you're
a fan.
all warmongers.
That's sweet. He's a fan.
I'm not a fan. You just click your YouTube bio. It says it right there.
Oh, he checked me out too. Guys, everybody should be checking out my YouTube bio. Making sure you guys hit that subscribe button and turn those notifications on. I appreciate it. Just like this guy.
World War III, you want more people to die. Because more people are dying.
I can't understand a singular word you're saying.
Let me repeat it. You want to put boots on the ground so more people die, yet you saying that, oh, more people are dying now. That makes no sense. You're contradicting. Let's put American soldiers on to fight a war.
Is this what a Trump phone?
ended.
Is this what a Trump phone sounds like? I don't understand.
Again, you want to put boots on the ground. Quit avoiding that topic.
Well, sir,
You
I'm having a
love
hard
war.
time understanding you because you sound like a robot.
You love war.
I
That's
don't
what you
love
love.
war, sir. I don't believe that if
You
we had,
want to put boots on the ground. You said that.
yeah, the reason why I
This
personally,
is why you guys continue to lose every election.
well, sir, again, like I was trying to say, if I was the president, I would put boots on the ground in Ukraine. The reason why I would put boots on the ground in Ukraine because I believe that would stop the war. I don't believe that Russia has. I don't believe that Russia has the balls to attack American troops. Personally, I don't. Oh, you think they do? So you think Russia's not afraid of us and is willing to attack American troops?
North Korea.
Man,
Coming in.
I advise going to like Verizon maybe. You know, the Trump phone thing is not working out for you. You know,
Russia, China, North Korea. Those two other guys aren't afraid of us all.
oh, gotcha.
But you want to put more boots on the ground. All
All right, dude. I can't deal with your freaking horrible reception anymore. Either fix it or I'm moving on.
Can you hear me now?
No, not really.
Try it again. What about now?
A little better.
Okay. You want to put boots on the ground. You're saying Russia's afraid of us. It's going to stop them. Never been a point in time where you're going to stop the country from.
All right. Well, no, it's still shit. So I'm gonna freaking I don't know what's going on. That is just sounding like absolute ass, dude. I know that Trump phone is like whatever, like $14 or something, and you get Trump's name on it or something like that. But really, we got to do better than that. We got to do better than that. This KX guy, KX, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. And KX again said, "Host is lame." KX, you might be my biggest supporter today. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right, we're about to move on to the next caller. Let me hit a few more super chats before we move on. I really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Marathon said, "This guy is hilarious." Thank you so much. I hope you're talking about me. If you're talking about him, then no. But I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And Tatted Tech said, "Man, on the bright side, when brainwashing these people, they don't need a lot of soap, not a lot of brain." That is true. That is true. You can pretty much just rub from the outside. Thanks, Tad Tech. Ronaldo, thank you so much. Says super chats are made for illegals. Shit, come on in. Yeah, all of my super chats go to illegals. By the way, all of my super chats go to illegals. Chronic, thank you for the $2 to let me know that I'm a joke. I really appreciate that. Shay, thank you so much for the $10. I really appreciate that. Spencer, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. So if the uneducated MAGA are so gung-ho that we need to close the borders, they should also realize that every single person in America should go back to their homeland. Oh, they don't want to do that? Too bad, they gotta go. Too bad. You're not native here? Go. Actually, if you really want to think about it too, most of the United States was Mexico, right? So actually, I think most of the Mexican people can stay. Most of the Europeans need to leave. Pretty sure that's the way it works. I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure that's the way it works. Thank you so much, Spencer. I really appreciate that. Chris said, I like air conditioning keeps the temperature on this guy's IQ. He thinks bullshit in his argument and domestic abuse is a martial art. I shouldn't be laughing at that. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have laughed at that. I feel wrong about laughing about it. But that dude's name was definitely Kyle, and he's definitely punched holes in walls before. Y'all, make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button. I really, really appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. We're going to keep this thing moving. Hell, if I haven't gotten your super chat, I promise you I will. So just give me a second, all right? Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
38.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
I guess.
I guess? What do you mean, I guess?
You know, don't they always say it's like you have to choose between two evils or whatever?
Yeah, so you had the choice between two evils and you proved the guy who defrauded a children's cancer charity and sexually assaulted a woman?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know about that sexually assaulted thing. I kind
Which
of
one?
looked into it.
No, which
woman,
one? Like,
right? I forget her name.
Well, I mean, I'm saying which one of the 30?
Oh, there were 30?
Well, yeah, there was 30
only
different
knew about the
accusations,
one.
about 20 some of which have been settled outside of court. So, yeah, I'm just wondering which of the sexual assaults that you're like referring that he probably didn't do.
Oh, man. I guess I thought there was only one, and it was like a famous one.
Well, there was the one that became famous because he had already become president, but the rest of them were pretty much settled outside of court. Multiple different women have talked about it. Hell, they have people that talk about how they were, they were involved in, sex trafficking and stuff with Trump when they were teenagers and children.
I mean, I guess a lot of people say that tracks, right? Because of Epstein and stuff.
Yeah, his best friend.
It's insane.
I mean, yeah, who knows, man?
But I'm sorry, but I'm sorry. You were explaining to me how Kamala Harris was more evil. Sorry, what was that?
Well, I didn't like how it felt like she really lied about Biden not like losing his cognitive abilities.
Gotcha. Yeah, you know what? Whenever I put evils together, I always put someone who may have lied about someone's cognitive ability next to child predators. Yeah, those are pretty much even in my book.
But hey, to be fair, like I'm way more suspicious of the child predator stuff now than I was like pre-election.
Why? He literally sexualized a 10-year-old, said he was going to be dating her in 10 years, said he had sex in common with his daughter, literally got on television and bragged about being able to just grab women by their hoo-has whenever he wants to, and he's rich so he can get away with it. He bragged.
I don't know what happened, but I haven't only been hearing about this stuff like after the fact.
Oh yeah, he bragged about going into the changing rooms of underage girls during Miss Teen USA to see them naked, and he said because he owns the place, it's like he's doing checks on it, and he can just do that.
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
Yeah, it is pretty gross.
Yeah, like that totally sucks. And like if he did that stuff, like seriously, we should get him out of here. And it does seem like, it just feels like there's a really big problem with like information, like not being delivered to people, like if people knew all this stuff, they would have never voted for him. But
well, I mean,
also,
ma'am,
like,
he said it on national television. I don't know how you missed it.
I don't know either, man. But I look seriously, I swear I watched the news, but I even watched CNN,
Well,
but,
CNN is shit. Okay, so you should probably not watch CNN. Okay, I have been told I should get sponsored by Ground News, so I guess I should be plugging them more. I guess I'm not sure.
Okay.
But
See, I'm broke though. It costs money, so then I have to.
Well, then I
that,
suggest things like Reuters and AP News. Those are always great.
Okay.
I prefer AP News. That's my favorite. But, it's good to have a broad swath of, different news or organizations that you listen to. Wouldn't just go with one.
For sure. Yeah, I guess I'm just saying, though, that, like, we all knew, like, about the Biden thing. It was kind of all in our faces way more than, I don't know how I missed all that stuff. Like you said, I swear that I was looking for news and stuff like that, but
he literally,
it's just
he literally got sued, and he can't run a charity in New York because he defrauded
Trump?
a children's cancer charity.
Yeah, that's evil.
Yeah, there was money that was supposed to go to dying children with cancer, and he funneled that into his own pocket.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's disgusting.
Yeah. So, no offense, and really, I'm not trying to be a dick, but when I hear lesser of two evils, that kind of just is like bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you didn't like Kamala Harris as vice president. All right, fine. You thought she was hiding stuff with Biden. All right, fine. Sure. Cool. Whatever. But comparing
it,
crazy.
That great, though? You think they're not? You don't think they have their own things that they've done that was evil?
Evil? No. Bad? Maybe. I'm sure we've all done bad shit.
But the only thing I know Biden for was his 90s crime bill where he put a bunch of black men in jail.
You mean the 90s crime bill that was supported by literally the entire Black Caucus of Congress?
But wasn't that what it was known for, putting black men in jail?
Yeah, and every black person voted for that.
Yeah, but that's not good, though.
Of course it wasn't good, but the bill wasn't meant to. But ma'am, the bill wasn't meant to do that. That's what I'm saying. The reason why the entire Black Caucus in Congress voted for it is because the bill didn't have any intention of doing that. The bill was misused later by corrupt judges and people that wanted to do racist acts later, right? But the bill didn't have the intention of doing that.
Okay. I'm still kind of salty about it. And then Kamala, didn't she call him out on the 2020 debate stage about, like, being being pro-segregation for busing in the 70s or something? And she said that she was, like, the little girl on that bus. She called him out for all that, and then she still was his vice president.
Yeah, I'm not trying to claim that Biden was perfect.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that all these presidents and all these, like, politicians, they're kind of all sociopaths to some level.
No,
like,
that's not a sociopath. Joe Biden fought, like, heroically for civil rights through his entire time as a senator.
But he said that, didn't he say that, like, if you don't vote for me, you're not black?
Yeah, he's not. I didn't say he was the best person ever.
Yeah.
If you're asking me to go up here and defend Joe Biden like he's a fucking angel, then I'm not going to do it. Okay? You're picking out literal things that Joe Biden did in his past that weren't the best. Yeah, maybe he supported some bills that weren't always the best. And yeah, maybe he said some things that were pretty racist and I don't agree with 100%, 1000%. And I don't agree with those things. You support a rapist and a freaking child predator. So... I mean, were there some bad things? Yes, 100%. And I wish that we were talking about two different people. Okay. We were talking about two different people in which one side had some bad things and the other side had some bad things. And we could talk about those bad things and compare them and see who was actually best for the country. I wish we were in a situation that we could do that. But the problem is you're talking about Biden, who, has done some bad things. And then Trump, who literally is using tax dollar money right now to make sure that the FBI redacts his name out of the e-files.
Yeah, I mean, it sure seems like something's going on there, right? I also heard something about Epstein being an FBI informant. Like,
yeah, let's not get down the conspiracy lane. Too bad.
Nah, but I'm just saying though, like as a person who's really into like law and order and who really cares about that stuff, like even you were saying earlier that Biden could have done more to close down the border.
Yeah, let's vote for a felon.
Yeah, but we also have videos of people just like running across the border, like in the thousands.
I even saw videos of Sasquatch existing.
Well, that one's old, and we all know that one's fake.
Yeah, but apparently you see videos of people crossing the border, and then that's all of a sudden true. Yeah, you voted for a felon. Don't give me the law and order thing.
There's only one video of Sasquatch. There were like a bunch of people posting videos about people.
How many videos are there of Donald Trump being convicted of 34 felonies?
You mean like the court hearing? When you were referring to
Oh,
the
I'm just
34
wondering. You said
felonies,
you're
is that
the person
about-
of law and order, but you apparently don't care about voting for someone who has 34 felonies.
Oh, well, you mean the Stormy Daniels thing?
The Stormy Daniels thing? You mean defrauding? You mean falsifying business records 34 times in furtherance of another crime, including campaign finance law? Is that what you mean by the Stormy Daniels thing?
I definitely think it's gross, but when comparing to like lying about our president, our sitting president, like being cognitively able to run the country, that's like a super big lie.
This is pretty sad.
I just couldn't forgive it.
This is pretty sad.
I mean, it is sad. I'm sad too, man.
Why are you sad? I'm sad
'cause
about
I
you.
wish- Okay.
You're the thing that's making
Well-
me sad. Why are you? Are you sad about you also? Are you listening
Oh,
to
so
yourself
you-
and also sad about it?
So you wanted me to vote for Kamala?
I want you to use your brain, like right now.
I'm trying, man.
You are?
Yeah.
Dude, I'd work a little harder on that, because like truly, like right now, you're having a real rough time here, dude. Literally, you are
You're
trying
giving me like the
to
you're giving me
make.
like the Caleb Hammer treatment right now.
I'm just trying to be fucking honest here, dude. You're sitting here
Yeah.
literally trying to defend Donald Trump, and you're admitting that he's doing all this horrible stuff.
I didn't defend him.
But
what did I defend
no,
him?
he's doing all of this horrible stuff, and you're like, well, Kamala Harris lied about Joe Biden. Like, dude, who the fuck cares when we're literally talking about comparing him to a literal predator?
I mean, I really cared about that a lot because, like, that's the guy who's running our country, and he can't. Like, so then
Yeah.
who's running the country if we all know
He
not
was running
the
the country, and again, like, there has been literally zero White House reports of him being anything but cognitively able, including from Republicans, because he actually had Republicans in the White House, and even those Republicans said he was sharp and on tack and was doing fine. Now, did he experience some decline in the end? I'm sure he did. He's too old to be the fucking president, but we're not talking about Joe Biden. We're talking about the fact that Kamala Harris was running against Donald Trump, and Kamala Harris was very much cognitively in place, and Donald Trump's not even cognitive right now. He thought he was going to Russia the other day.
Oh, I guess I didn't really appreciate how they kind of like plopped Kamala in there. She got 0 delegate votes in 2020,
She
and
got
she got
4,000
0 in
delegate
2024, and then. Oh, you mean just regular delegates? We're talking about super delegates, though, like the ones that.
Yeah,
actually
also
count.
super delegates. Yeah, she got
She got-
almost
no, she got
all the
0.
delegates. No, she got almost all the delegates.
No, I swear
It's like
that I looked at it, like,
3,900 and
multiple
something.
times.
It was
She got
fucking
0
crazy.
In 2020, she got 0.
She wasn't running in 2020. I mean, like she was. Like,
Yes,
what's that we're talking about? We're talking about running against Trump this cycle. What are you talking about? Why the fuck do I care about 20?
2020.
How many delegates did Donald Trump get when he ran in 2000?
Oh, all I know is he won.
In
Right? I don't follow
2000,
him that
he was
closely.
the president in 2000. That's pretty impressive.
But no, he got nominated. So right, he was in the primaries, and he got. I don't know if they do. How do they do it in the Republican Party? But he definitely got nominated in 2020.
I didn't say 2020. I said 2000.
I thought we were talking. Oh, 2000.
Yeah.
No, 2020.
No, he
2000,
ran for
I was
president in
like-
2000.
I was a child in 2000.
Yeah, so was I. How many delegates did he get?
Wait, what? How did we get on 2000?
Because he ran
Back
for
in, like,
president in 2000.
The what do you call that?
He
the
ran
millennium?
for president in 2000. That's how.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know about that.
Oh,
I was literally a child.
so was I. I still know about it. It's called a history book.
I took history classes.
Did you say
They
you're
didn't teach me
38?
that. I took AP history.
Didn't you say you were 38?
Yep.
We're the same age.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if I can know about it, you can know about it. But anyways, I hope you have a good day. And honestly, this is kind of a waste of a conversation at this point. So I'm going to go on to the next caller, but have a good day. All right.
Yeah, you too. Bye.
1 sec, y'all. All right, sorry about that. We're going to move on to the next caller. I really appreciate y'all. Let me hit a few more of these super chats real quick because I know I've missed so many. And then we'll move on to the next person. I really appreciate that. Make sure y'all hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button. If y'all want to become members or subs, that is a great way to support. I really, really appreciate that. Or if you'd like to gift members and subs, I know the gifting on TikTok has been a little rough right now, but the gifting the memberships, I think, is still open on YouTube, so we should be good to go. So thank you so much. Rob said, thank you so much for the $5. Said, blame always falls on illegals when it's the wealthy elite bleeding everyone dry. 100%, Rob. I 100% agree. And Robert, thank you so much for the $5 super chat also. Resty says, Trump didn't make America great again. He made America hate again. He brought all the racism out of their holes. No lies detected. I'll go with it. All right. Thank you so much. Chronic's a Gabbard 2028. You have fun with that, bud. Chris, thank you so much for the $2. Ask this potato to define asylum. He's probably good. They're letting all of them out of the mental asylums in South America, and they're bringing them across the southern border. That's all it is. They're opening their prisons and their asylums. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. MKN said, they're so far gone in their imaginary world. Zero facts, zero knowledge, just gone AF. 100%. I appreciate that, MKN. Bobby, thank you so much for $2. Said, keep up the good work. And Perfect Portrait says, Polly is the GOAT. This content is amazing. Thank you so much. Mushroom said, both parties push hate-first agendas to control you. Not really true, but thank you so much anyway. Spencer, thank you so much for the $10. Says, Trump's task list: 1, divide America. 2, create my own political party. 3, always blame the other side for not taking a knee to me. 4, never take accountability for everything. So MAGA, why is he so good? He is very, very good at not taking accountability for anything. Like anything ever. It's almost impressive. Zero accountability. Wild. Anyways, thank you so much, Spencer. I appreciate that. Warsaw said, we're working on words now. I forgot about that part of the conversation. Thank you, Warsaw. And as a Canadian, I'd love to have a convo with you. I appreciate that. I don't normally have a conversations with MAGA Maple, though. Maple, whatever y'all are. I really don't go with that too much, but I appreciate the super chat. And Jiwoo said, you both are the same. This fake fight when you both are losers, fighting for your favorite politicians who lie to you and inside trade and get you rich. You are just puppets who believe your side and has your back. Now, first of all, I don't have a favorite politician, so I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. Second of all, funny enough, the Republicans just tried to put in a bill to stop insider trading. The Democrats supported it. And Donald Trump got angry and said it wasn't fair to him to be able to not inside trade. So no, they are not two sides of the same coin. Okay? The President of the United States just literally vocally said he wanted to get rid of a politician who was trying to get out of insider trading. Okay? This is not a me versus you, both users, both fake. This is not any of that stuff, okay? This is you not wanting to participate in the system and getting mad at people that do. And you trying to think that you're on a high horse for doing so. It's not the truth, okay? You think that other people are the puppets, but you just being outside of it really just makes you the puppet. Because you don't have a say, you don't have a fight in you, you're just willing to let both sides walk all over you and you do nothing. Calling a duck, dude. If the best you got is a $10 super chat whining to me, then I'm doing a lot more than you are. But I appreciate the $10. I appreciate it. You can send more money to tell me I'm a puppet whenever you like. Thank you so much. I really appreciate y'all. All right, we're going to move on to the next caller. I really appreciate y'all. Again, make sure you guys hit that follow button. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Let's get at least 5 gifted memberships tonight. I think we can do 5 gifted memberships tonight. I think we can do it. I think we can do 5 tonight. Let's see if we can get 5 more members in this place. I really appreciate that. Jen, thank you so much. We all appreciate. Thank you so much, Jen, for the $10 super chat also. I really, really appreciate you. Thank you so much. It really means a lot. Jen's a member. Did you see that? A little thing pops up next to her name. Where is he on here? Oh yeah, a little thing pops up. She's a member. Hell yeah, Jen. I appreciate that. Hello, how are you?
It's insane.
I'm good.
How old are you?
Just really quick. I'm glad you brought up subscribers. I was trying to tell you that I'm trying to send on gifted subs. It's not letting me.
If you're on TikTok, it's not letting anyone.
Oh,
No,
I was getting so upset.
It's not. It's not you. It's not you.
My phone on and off.
It's already been brought up by multiple people. I already have some agency people looking up, trying to figure it out. It's not working over there. I don't know why it's happening, but no, it's not just you. But I really do appreciate you trying. I really do.
Of course, and I just want to say thank you for what you do. You're very entertaining. I love your show. Where's Rupert?
Rupert's downstairs.
Okay. Well, you have a good night. You keep cooking magic.
Thank you so much. Rupert is downstairs because Ari and I were taking a picture of Rupert and Rosie because we want to do some merch. Because we want to do some merch. That's why. So that's why Rupert's not here.
Hey there.
Hi, how are you?
So first thing I want to ask.
No, first thing
is,
you don't get to ask the question first. I start. How old are you?
I'm 25.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
Yes.
Awesome. Why is that?
Okay. I'll tell you why I support Donald Trump. So you've heard of Epstein Island, right? So Epstein was a Mossad asset.
We're gonna move on to the next person, and I'm not dealing with that caller today. That's for damn sure. Definitely, we're not doing that today. We got better things than to worry about that today. Hello, how are you?
I'm doing all right.
Awesome. How old are you?
I'm 31.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
I do.
Awesome. Why is that?
Say that again?
Why?
He's just our president, and I just support him.
So you have no reason to support him? Just he's our president?
Between the two, his policy.
I'm sorry, what was that?
So his policy.
Which policies?
I think his ICE, what he's done with ICE and getting rid of illegal immigrants.
Sir, you're kind of breaking up right now. Your reception is not great. Do you have a place you get better reception here?
You hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Perfect. Yeah. ICE, big supporter of ICE. So he had a negative outlook on what the Democrats did to just let the a bunch of illegals flood into our country. And
where are you guys getting this info? It is so just taxing hearing it over and over.
What?
The Democrats just let illegals just flood into our country. Dude, Democrats don't even have the power to do that. Even if they wanted to do that, okay? Let's just say, Joe Biden's whole policy was just, I want to let in all of the illegals, okay? And that was his whole policy. That's what he really wanted to do. You do realize that he does not even have the power to do that, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
Are you there?
Yep.
Yeah, I was clicking in between your live stream. Last thing I heard is that you were saying that Joe Biden doesn't have
He doesn't.
So as far as I know, he wouldn't be the one to do that anyway. What he can do, though, is he can support governors who have, Democratic cities that would like to be lenient and support people that are flooding in. New York is a big one. California, where I'm located, is a big one. On transitioning illegal immigrants into communities, funding them with taxpayer dollars.
Well, hold on, sir. But you're talking about after they get across the border. We're not even at that part. Joe Biden does not have the ability to unilaterally go beyond the law. Okay?
Correct.
And the law does not allow him to just let illegal migrants into the country. He does not have that ability because in this country, we have checks and balances. Okay? We have the interpretation of the law. We have the execution of the law. We have the writing of the law, right? We have different branches.
Yeah.
So Joe Biden does not have the ability to just let illegal immigrants flood into this country. He does not have that ability.
But he does have the ability, once let's say he's not, grabbing their hand and saying, hey, get over this fence or through this lake, through this river, But once they get onto U.S. soil, he does have the ability, and he has a huge power in this, to, first of all, not let them get over that fence in that river. Second of all, once they do, let's say they slip through, he does have the power to reroute them back to their country instead of letting them use our tax dollars and house them, feed them, and school them here.
How many people were deported at the southern border under the Biden administration in 2024?
Say that again?
How many people do you think were deported and returned to their countries at the southern border in just 2024 under the Biden administration?
I don't know those numbers, but I know that
you want to take a wild guess?
They are now. Say it again?
You want to take a wild guess?
300,000.
685,000.
So double.
Okay. 685,000. Okay. So yes, there was literally millions and millions and millions of people stopped at the southern border and stopped, apprehended, returned to their countries, deported over the Biden administration. So you're saying he has the ability to do something that he was doing.
Right, that he was being very lenient on letting people use this loophole for sanctuary states, where New Yorkers were freaking out when
Who sent those people to New York?
The Biden administration, the governor.
Wrong.
They were literally
Greg Abbott
over.
and Ron DeSantis, the Republicans, sent them to New York.
Really?
Yeah. Not only, you don't have to take my word for it. It's on Greg Abbott's website. He brags about it.
What? And you're talking about when they did that basically as hey, they were saying they were accepting illegal immigrants so that they could be housed in that state. So they said, okay, we don't want them here. We will transport them to your sanctuary state. That's what you're talking about. They wouldn't be in theirs.
Sir.
It's almost as a joke.
Sir, so let me get this straight. You're saying that they bragged about sending the people to New York. And now you're saying that Biden did it anyway.
They can't go past the almighty Biden. They can't go past what he has to say, which he was supporting sending them to sanctuary states.
No, he wasn't. He actually vocally came out about it multiple times.
I don't think he can be vocal whatsoever. But
well, he was, so I don't care what you think. He was vocal. You can look it up anytime you want, where he asked them to stop doing that because it's not humane.
Right. He at the beginning of that, his vice president was totally gung-ho about sending illegals to New York. And I'm saying,
sir, why do you keep moving the goalpost every single time I bring up a subject? The only reason that people were in these sanctuary cities is because Republicans sent them there. Let's be very clear on that. And second of all, let's also be very clear that those migrants were not undocumented migrants. They weren't illegal immigrants, as you call them. Those were asylum seekers. They were legally here.
Asylum seeking from what? From their country?
Yeah, because you can't asylum seek from this country. That would be impossible.
Right. So
yeah, you can't seek refuge in this country from this country in this country. So yes, from their own countries, obviously.
Well, obviously. So what I'm saying is, if their country's so bad, right? What's going on in their country that they need to come and seek asylum in this country?
All sorts of things. There's 5 different reasons under our laws in which you can seek and where you can seek asylum.
Specifically about Mexico.
Well, sir, a lot of them didn't even come from Mexico. The majority of them came from the Northern Triangle.
Well, any America down there, what would that be? Any Southern American?
Again, there's 5 different reasons in which you can seek asylum in this country, and they came from a plethora of them.
I'm talking specifically about, okay, we can talk about any of them, but I'm speaking specifically about Southern America.
Southern, you mean South America?
Southern, South, same concept.
When you say Southern America, that sounds like Alabama.
Yeah, no.
Or do you mean like Southern North America, in which you mean Mexico? Or do you mean like South America? I'm very confused what Southern America means.
The Southern Americas. So South America, yes.
The Southern Americas. There's more than one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was only familiar with one, but that's fine.
The Americas, yeah. So there's South America,
and North America, yeah.
And North America. So I'm speaking specifically about South America, Mexico, Peru.
Mexico's not in South America. That's in North America.
I'm speaking specifically about Southern America. Mexico.
Am I being punked right now? Is that what's going on?
No, you're not. I'm just speaking about.
Is Ashton here?
He is. He's actually right here. So as far as people coming in from, Guatemala, El Salvador, coming into America, okay, they were not wanted in states that weren't sanctuary and transported to places that they were going to be then accepted.
By who?
By Democratic.
By Republicans. By Republicans.
New York is a Republican state.
New York didn't ship them to New York. Texas did.
Because they didn't want them. Probably because it's overflow, but they didn't want them.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. So you can't be mad.
Sir, regardless of whether they wanted them or not, the reason why they made it to places like New York and Chicago and all those places is because Republicans sent them there. You made the claim that Biden sent them there. Biden did not send them to New York or Chicago or any of these places. Republicans sent them there. And again, let's also be very clear that they sent legal migrants here. Legal migrants there, not undocumented migrants, legal migrants.
A legal migrant, and that would be under sanctuary under the.
That'd be under 8 U.S. Code 1158.
Yeah, that would be under. So that's hearsay if that's a legal migrant. As far as I'm concerned, that hole was being exploited, and
how was it being exploited?
I mean. Have you watched the news? You have
no. I actually try really hard not to, but
you have millions of illegals coming through, seeking, and as far as I'm concerned, seeking sanctuary in America, just overloading our economy with not paying taxes, just totally flooding over here and benefiting off of the taxpayer. And then
asylum seekers pay taxes.
Asylum seekers pay. There's people in America that need that money. Okay?
Right, and asylum seekers are paying taxes that they don't even get benefits from. They actually pay more. Hell, even undocumented immigrants pay taxes. If you actually look at the statistics,
they actually don't.
They actually do, though. Actually, sir, in 2024, undocumented migrants paid almost $100 billion in state, local, and federal taxes.
They pay an insignificant amount of taxes.
Almost $100 billion is an insignificant amount of money, amount of taxes to you.
I don't know that number to be 100 billion.
It's actually 96 billion, I believe, is the correct number.
And I don't know what you're referencing. I'm talking about illegal immigrants,
Me
undocumented
too.
people.
Me too.
That are coming into this country. Okay. Texas doesn't want them. They don't have somewhere for them to be. I mean, they do, but that's a Republican state that's not going to house them. And New York is saying,
Sir, we already went past that part. Why are you going back to it?
Because I just want to say, you're saying that, Republicans took them to New York. Well, of course they did. They wanted to get them out of Texas.
Yeah, right here, sir, and I can pull this up very easily on itep.org. Boom, boom. Undocumented immigrants paid $96.7 billion in federal, state, and local taxes in 2022. Most amount, $59.4 billion, was paid to the federal government, while the remaining $37.3 billion was paid to state and local governments. Undocumented immigrants paid federal, state, and local taxes of $8,889 per person in 2022. In other words, for every 1 million undocumented immigrants who reside in the country, public services received $8.9 billion in additional tax revenue. And we can go on and on and on and on and on, because the real reason is that undocumented immigrants pay taxes in this country and they don't get any of the social safety nets in which
this is my contingency, because I'm pro-American. I'm not pro.
Me too.
Okay, I'm very pro-American.
I'm more pro-American than you are.
You would like to think so, but the problem with that is,
though.
Okay, then you would support getting those asylum seekers out of our country, using those funds to then support and get people off the street in New York. I mean,
sir,
there is an American sitting out front of that building that they're housing illegal immigrants.
American tax dollars lose money if we get rid of those migrants. There's not money we now get to gain by deporting them. Number one, undocumented immigrants only cost us about 35 billion. Sir, undocumented immigrants only cost us about $35 billion when they paid almost $100 billion in taxes. That other $60 billion goes into social safety net systems that go into things like SNAP benefits, like Medicaid. The money goes into that. So literally undocumented immigrants are helping us fund things to help things like homeless people in the United States, right? So getting rid of them not only takes that money away, and by the way, based off the deportation efforts, if we were to deport 10% of the undocumented immigrants in this country, okay, over the next 10 years, we'd lose $24 billion in Social Security funds.
That just was totally shifted. Okay, so...
No, it's not totally shifted, sir. You're talking about helping Americans, okay? Right. If we get rid of all of these undocumented immigrants, then American citizens lose $24 billion in Social Security funds. How is that helpful to Americans to lose $24 billion?
How do Americans lose money by getting illegal immigrants?
Because undocumented immigrants in this country pay taxes.
Because people would fill in those jobs. It's about getting people off the streets into those jobs, and the people that are not American out.
Sir, there are about the same amount of open jobs in this country as there are unemployed people in this country. We do not need to kick people out of this country in order for American citizens to have jobs. Actually, under the Biden administration, almost 16 million jobs were created, and the unemployment rate had reached staggering lows, actually a record low in this country under the Biden administration. All right, so we don't need to get rid of undocumented immigrants in order to make sure that people in the United States have jobs. You just want someone to blame, and that immigrants are the person that you have to blame. But the problem is that the people that you are blaming are not the problem.
No, I'm not blaming illegal immigrants.
Yes, you are.
For anything. I haven't done this.
I'm not asking your opinion. You are blaming
I'm blaming the
immigrants.
U.S. government.
No, you're blaming undocumented migrants.
I could care less. You have no idea who I am. But
I don't need to know who you are. I can hear the words that are coming out of your mouth. I've been listening to you for this entire time, and this entire time you have been blaming undocumented immigrants. You said we need to get them out of there to be able to help homeless people. We need to get them out of there so we can have jobs. We need to get them out of there for this and that. You are literally blaming undocumented immigrants, okay, for problems that were not even fucking problems, and you don't even realize that getting rid of them is going to make the problem worse.
You're telling me getting rid of illegal immigrants will make our problems worse?
100%.
That's got to be a joke.
Well, sir, I just literally explained to you how much they pay in taxes, how much they don't give into social safety nets, how they freaking, I just explained how they paid into Social Security. I just literally explained to you all the ways in which they help our economy. What are you talking? And that's not even all the ways. I can go into more things. We can go in and we can talk about different ways that they help our economy and help to spur our economy and help create jobs and help create products and help keep consumer prices low. Huh?
That's what you're doing. You're shifting it away from there undocumented.
Sir, I'm only talking about undocumented immigrants.
Right.
All of the things I'm saying is just about undocumented immigrants.
So my question is, why is it why is the energy, we'll say, the attention going pro undocumented immigrants before it goes to veterans?
Hold on. Why do you think it was before? The Biden administration passed the most comprehensive freaking bill to help veterans healthcare since the Obama administration, which was the most comprehensive bill for veterans healthcare in the history of the United States.
What?
What do you mean before? The PACT Act was literally one of the most comprehensive healthcare bills for veterans in existence in our country.
Right.
Do you know what the PACT Act is?
Say that again.
Do you know what the PACT Act is?
The Tax Act?
PACT Act. PACT Act.
Oh, PACT?
Yep.
Not too much, no.
Okay, sir. Then why are you telling me how we're putting undocumented immigrants over veterans when you don't even know about the literal veterans benefits bill that Joe Biden put in?
that's another goalpost shift. It's like,
no, you're the one who said, why are we putting migrants above veterans? And then when I bring up how they're helping veterans first, you don't even know what it is.
because I don't know what that I can't
Because
sit here
you
and
haven't
recite the bill. I
looked
don't have the internet
into
in front
because
of
you
my face.
haven't looked into how anybody, the Biden administration or anybody else, has actually helped veterans. You're just trying to make some arbitrary claim about veterans when you don't even realize that veterans were helped first and are continued to being helped because of Democrats.
I'm talking about housing. Like, it went from housing to healthcare.
Well,
Like,
there was actually a bill
insane.
under the Biden administration, which was the End of Homelessness Act, which would have specifically helped homeless veterans. The Republicans shot it down.
Republicans shut what down?
The End of Homelessness Act.
That was started by what's her name, or by the Democratic Party.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
And shot down by Republicans.
What Republicans shut that down?
I believe it was I forget which committee in the House it was.
Because it definitely wasn't Trump, his vice president, or anybody he deals with. So I don't know who in the House.
Sir, how can you tell me a bill that you've never heard of and you didn't know existed wasn't shot down by anybody that you are saying arbitrarily?
Well, who can you tell me it was shot down by?
Sir, I didn't say I could. How are you telling me who it wasn't shot down by if you didn't ever hear of it before?
Well, then we're in the same position because you don't know either.
No, I know that Republicans shot it down in committee and you support Republicans. So
I am supporting Republicans. Because
there you go. So that's who I know shot it down.
I would like to think that instead of having a hotel full of illegal immigrants, or as you like to call them because of the 11, documented immigrants, housed, fed, and provided money, EBT, whatever you like to call it, funded to be in this country, and then you say, oh, well, the Democrats came out with a bill and the Republicans shut it down. They have, they're giving health care. Why is the plan for the immigrants working so well? Bringing them in, housing them, feeding them, distributing them out into this country, like very well. I live in California. This is apparent. Why is that working so much better than helping and housing not only the homeless but the drug problem we have, but the veterans as well?
Sir, again, this is the United States of America. We don't have to stop helping someone in order to help someone else. The United States has... No, sir, I'm still talking now. I let you finish. The United States has been historically bad about helping their veterans in this country. Historically bad. Whether that's Democrats or Republicans or anybody within our government, they have been historically bad about helping veterans in this country. Okay. But again, the Biden administration did help veterans with the PACT Act. The Obama administration did help veterans with the Veterans Access to Care Act. Okay. Those were two things that seriously helped veterans. Okay. And they did that even while dealing with immigration, because in the United States, we can talk and chew gum at the same time. Okay. We don't need to stop helping immigrants or stop helping people that are hurting in order to freaking help somebody else. Okay, we can do both all at the same time. It's not that difficult. Okay, I understand. As a Trump supporter, you think
it's insane.
You think that it's super difficult. Okay, but it's not. We can do two things at one time. Okay, do we have a homelessness problem in the United States? Yes, we absolutely do. Do we have a problem with helping our veterans in the United States? Yes, we absolutely do. Okay, but it's not a matter of stopping helping migrants in order to do that. Okay, we can help people that come to this country that need our help. Truly, people that really need asylum, that are escaping, tortures or government, prosecution or persecution in their countries, and we can help them
100%.
while also helping our veterans. But we just don't do a good job at that. Okay, and we're not helping one instead of the other. We're just not helping either, because Donald Trump is literally trying to dismantle the Department of Veterans Affairs. Has already cut 80,000 jobs out of the Department of Veterans Affairs. Has increased wait times. Has for a certain amount of time, gotten rid of the veteran suicide helpline. Literally the thing that veterans can call if they are thinking about committing suicide and being able to freaking have someone to call. He got rid of that for a time. He's increased wait times. He's increased all sorts of horrible things for veterans, while also literally firing tons of government workers, which again, about over 30% of the federal workers that he's fired are also veterans. Okay. So he's firing veterans. He's literally getting rid of veterans health care. Okay. And he's doing all that while not helping immigrants. So he's just not helping anyone. So I don't want to hear this. Why do we have to do this instead of that? He's not doing any of it. Biden was doing both of them. Biden was helping both.
Exploited, and the other one is looking like it's in shambles. That throws me off. When you have veterans out on the street, veterans barely being able to get food, veterans that can't feed themselves. I mean, you have a group of veterans that are doing very well. You have famous ones all the way down to living in a nice suburban area, all the way down to people sitting in front of the gas station missing a leg. And it was bad not too long ago. It's gotten better, but I just don't understand. You're gonna stand here and tell me that this migration to America and asylum-seeking phase that we're still kind of under, that we're getting rid of, wasn't a total exploitation of the American kindness that we reach our kind hand out. We help everybody. I mean, we also do some bad things, I will admit, but I'm not in charge. But we also help out a lot of people. And as far as people immigrating here illegally or just getting into the country and exploiting our little loopholes, I do not understand how you can see, literally, and I'm going to use a freaking keyword here, but there's, a caravan of people, thousands and thousands of people marching into this country going, you know what? I want my EBT card. I want to get into a house. So many of those people are criminals. So many of those people are trying to get in here to mooch off of the taxpayer dollar. And I understand because you don't know what I do for a living. A lot of them are going to go to work and help build this country. I've literally built thousands I've worked next to them. I don't understand how you can sit here and say, you know what, this is not a total exploitation of American loophole and a weird phase that we went through as a country. They're like, you know what? We're going to America. They're letting us in, and we're going to freaking mooch off of them. That's what I don't understand.
Yeah, while you were rambling off about that, I put up va.gov where it said veteran homelessness reaches record low in 2024 under the Biden administration.
I'm sure you can find articles about it.
It's va.gov.
Yeah.
It's
sure
literally the Department of Veterans Affairs saying that veteran homelessness is at an all-time low.
It is. I just said it was at an all-time low.
No, it was at an all-time low under the Biden administration.
Yeah, it's at an all-time low right now as well.
So you're sitting here saying, oh, why can't we help veterans? Oh, it's because we did.
They still need help. It's at an
of course
low.
they need fucking help, you ding-dong. They were helping them.
Okay, what was the...
Oh my goodness, dude. Do you are like literally like what is going on in your head right now, dude? Literally, you're like, why can't we help veterans? We are helping veterans. There's so many homeless people. Oh, Democrats are decreasing that. Oh, well, the veterans need help. Oh, they passed friggin' policy to help their friggin' education. Oh, well migrants scare me. Oh my God, brown people coming from across the southern border. They're so scary.
Has nothing to do with brown people.
Oh my God, there's so many brown people coming across the southern border. It's so scary.
My wife and my kids are brown.
I can't believe how many people. I can't believe all these brown people. I live in California. I live in California, and there's so many brown people that are coming across the country. I can't believe it. It's so horrible. They're taking our jobs.
Well,
they took our jobs.
So are my kids and wife.
They took our jobs. Oh my goodness, they took our jobs. They took our jobs.
Okay. That was actually kind of funny. It totally doesn't represent me, but you know,
No, what I just did was actually probably much smarter than anything that represents you, to be completely honest with you.
I didn't hear that.
That's good.
I didn't even representation of me when you don't know me. The bottom line is, though, I'm asking you why you're supporting the exploitation of America right now. That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah, I'm not answering your ridiculous question, dude.
You never have.
Because I don't represent the exploitation of America. I represent actually supporting human beings and not treating human beings poorly.
Exactly.
Okay.
Not
and I don't
American.
believe
So
that any human being should be treated poorly, whether they're a migrant, whether they're a U.S. citizen, whether they're a legal
Exactly.
resident,
That's why
whether
you should
they're
come back to this
anybody,
country
whether
and they
they're a
can go build
veteran,
it
whether
better
they're
back
any.
themselves.
All right, sir. Whether they're regardless of your citizenship status in whatever country or imaginary line we've drawn across this planet, you should not be treated like less than a human being. Okay. If you need to go someplace in order to make sure that you survive or your family
So you're not
survive.
American. You don't believe in American.
All right. If you need to go someplace in order to make sure that your family doesn't die or your children don't die, and there is a way for our ability for this country to be able to support you, then as long as you are vetted and you come in a way in which is possible for us to do that, then I 100% agree that we should be able to do that. I do believe that we need better border patrol legislation in our country, considering the fact that we haven't had it updated in 60 years. Okay. But let's also be very, very clear that I am more American than you will ever be. All right. Because this country was built on immigrants. Okay. This country was built off of immigrants that were coming here. And unless you're a Native American, which you're not, okay, you're an immigrant to this fucking country. Okay. And you don't fucking belong here. All right. And I'm 100% totally okay with you getting deported. Okay. But at a certain point during our time, your ancestors or whatever immigrated to this country, and you think that you get to walk into this country and then kick the ladder out behind you. Okay. And I don't agree with you trying to do that just because you don't like the fact that other people are coming over here. We need strong border protection in this country, strong border protection, which the Biden administration tried to pass multiple times and was shot down by Republicans, right? Strong border policy that was specifically shot down by Trump when he decided that he couldn't win an election unless he, shot down Biden's border policy. All right. That's what it is. We need strong border protection, but we also need to be empathetic, right? We have to stop treating migrants like they're less than human. You can't just send someone to a foreign torture prison or send them to South Sudan who's in a who's in a famine, who's in a civil war, just because you don't like the people that come to this country. I'm sorry. I am and will always be too much of a humanist for that. I can't help it. You're worried about Americans and I'm worried about people. Okay. But let's also be very clear that I have made it extensively clear. All right. That those immigrants are helping Americans. They help Americans by paying taxes. They help Americans by providing for our economy, by, making products cheaper or agriculture jobs cheaper or filling in jobs that Americans just simply won't do anymore because we've been we've been given this false American dream, right? They provide a service to this country. Okay. And all they ask is to be treated like human beings. And until Trump became president, we were very, very good at treating them like human beings, or at least we tried our best. There was some times in our history which was not very great. Mexican Repatriation Act, for example, or the, putting Japanese migrants into internment camps during World War II. They're absolutely horrible, right? But everyone deserves to be treated like a human being. Everyone, period, point blank, regardless of your immigration status and regardless of what Donald Trump thinks about you. Oh, sorry. I totally wasn't listening to you. But wow. Well, I hope you have a wonderful day, okay? Do. You can't hear him anymore? Oh, I know. Trust me. I had to take off my headset because
Insane.
I didn't want to hear him either. But hey, you know, at a certain point, you're just like, brr. Like, just like, dude, these are studio headphones. Okay. Do you understand? Like, you guys think that like it's bad? Like, for you, think about how I'm hearing this guy in full studio definition. All right. Y'all, make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button. I really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. We're gonna hit up a few super chats real quick and we'll move on. We did get a member in there. I thought we were gonna get 5 members today, but we did at least get 1. Where'd he go? Oh my god! I hope I didn't lose it. I gotta try to find that member. There was somebody who became a member. I hate how it doesn't freaking capture those for some reason on my little Was it Erica? Erica? It was Erica. Erica, thank you so much for becoming a member on YouTube. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. That was very, very sweet of you. Thank you, Erica. All right, we're gonna hit up a few super chats. I really appreciate y'all. Abram, thank you so much for the 99-cent donation. I appreciate that. Stacy said, just because Ari is awesome and you are too. Well, I do agree my girlfriend is probably cooler than me. So that's fine. Thank you so much, Stacey. I appreciate that. Chris said, LMAO, these people dump on dictatorship Venezuela and then ask why they may not be fleeing. My God. Exactly. It's like, oh, they're communists, all this sort of stuff. We hate communism. Oh, but why are they leaving communism? Absolutely crazy. Thank you so much, Chris. I appreciate that. Patrick said, most people forget North America has 23 countries. Well, just America. Just America, Southern America. Okay? Don't worry about whether it makes sense or not. Just Southern America. Maddie B, thank you so much for becoming a new member. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I caught that one quickly. And Shane also, thank you so much for becoming a new member. I really, really appreciate that also. Thank you so much. That is very, very sweet. I'm see if I hit all right, cool. I got the new ones. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for the new memberships. I appreciate that. Warsaw. Oh, we're going on words now. Oh, we're doing those words things keep getting them. Those words things keep getting them. I don't know how they do that. And Jen, thank you so much for the 5 gifted. I really, really appreciate that also. Thank you so much. And Verillion, thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships also. Wow, we had 12 new members already. We're freaking cruising. We're cruising over here. Thank you guys for picking up the slack while freaking TikTok is being a jerk over here. Not y'all, just TikTok, just the app. It's crazy. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate that. Make sure you guys send W's in the chat if you just got one of those from one of those gifteds. Solomon said, a clown from Italy profited on U.S. like a citizen. Who's the person from Italy? Oh, it said, read my super chat, you scared? I'm not from Italy. I have lived in Italy, but I'm not from Italy. It's kind of weird. Anyway, Vincent, thank you so much for the super chat. I guess needs to apologize to trees 100%. Maddie B said, W. Paul, master debater, thought you don't debate. Oh, I don't. I just try to have conversations. I'm sorry if it comes off like a debate. I don't really want to be. But thank you so much, Maddie. Radstorm says, veteran was tackled and arrested in Portland for looking illegal at a recent protest. We deported a Purple Heart recipient as well. But the Republican Party cares so much about veterans. They care so much. But they have no problem deporting them because they look brown. Ridiculous. Thank you so much, Radstorm. I really appreciate that. And Jay said, I appreciate the debate. We need more like this so people can hear what both sides believe. And I do see debates like this as the solution. We've won a functional country from a 3-time Trump voter, current supporter. Jay, see, y'all think I don't like it when Trump supporters are here. I love Trump supporters being here. I truly, truly do. I truly, truly do love Trump supporters being here. Okay? I think it's important. I really, really do. You don't have to disagree with me to enjoy this type of platform, to enjoy this type of conversation. Okay? We need everyone here. We need everyone here for the education, for the debate, for the banter. We need everyone here. And I do really appreciate that comment. Thank you so much. And Jay, thank you so much for being here, for being a Trump supporter here, and for sending the super chat. I really, really do appreciate you. All right. 3V says it ought to be rich versus poor. The rich have made it a culture war to cause infighting between normal and nice people. I don't disagree with you. I don't 100% disagree with you. Fight the rich. Anyways, I do appreciate that. Thank you so much. Durf. USCIS should be funded off of more than fees. It's impossible to manage all the people that want to illegally immigrate with a 96% funding. Let's also be very clear. They should be funded more. There's a lot of groups that should be funded more. All right. But there's a way to fund them. We could have easily funded USCIS instead of just funding ICE, right? We could have easily funded USCIS instead of funding ICE. We could have funded Border Patrol instead of funding ICE, right? We could have funded the people that actually make the border stronger, that actually help people to be, legally in this country, or to have right pathways to citizenship, or to make sure that people that are here are supposed to be here. We could have done all that, but we chose not to. We chose to make ICE the largest law enforcement agency on the planet. How is that helpful? It's not. Eat the rich. All right, y'all. I'm going to call tonight. I am like a half an hour over time today, but I was having a lot of fun and really enjoying myself. So I'll be back on tomorrow night, 7 p.m. I really appreciate that. Make sure you hit the follow button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Love to see you guys. You guys are so awesome. I really, really appreciate you guys. You guys have been so sweet. Thank you guys for all the new members, and well, thank you guys all for all the new members. I can't even say subs today because they're just being stupid. But thanks to all the new members, people that gifted, all the support. I really, really appreciate you guys. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much. Hope you have a wonderful night, and I love you guys, all right?